Now it should be good.
Now it should be so good. It's scary. Who knows what that's from?
When we're live, they must tell us.
If you build
Hold
it.
this.
If you build it, we are live.
Tell us if you can hear us. Rackadillo, what's up, buddy? I
Rackadillo.
just saw your Patreon message a couple minutes ago. I'm sorry, I meant to reply.
Rackadillo's
Sorry to hear about
nuts.
what's happening, buddy. Hello,
Whee.
TM. Bradley Bledsoe.
BB, Michael Burnett,
Which, okay, they can hear us. What's up, Bernie? TM.
Robert Estrada,
Twipster.
Maverick Yadow,
We gotta do the name call out. Sox Talk Studios.
Vix Kun,
Doug Taylor. Doug Taylor.
Sox Talk Studios.
TM loves the hair today. John.
Ah, thank you. Black
Sox-
chocolate.
Laura Martinez, good to see you. Milan,
Scoobs.
Jambos, and Scoobs.
Scoobs.
Scoobs is your word, Scoobs. I didn't see his name.
Scuba Steve Films right
Scuba
there.
Steve. Thanks for everyone who super chatted so far. Appreciate that.
Go check out the Different Perspectives podcast. Scuba Steve's been working on that behind the scenes.
AJ John in the chat.
Oh, D's nuts.
My
All right.
Deej, I'm glad to hear you're doing okay right now, Rackadillo. Hey,
Bradley,
Matthew, Art,
Rosie.
Robert Estrada. We are fresh out of a naked shower.
Milan Gonzalez. Oh, yeah. A naked shower, definitely. I've taken so many naked showers this week.
If this is your first time to a stream, here's how it works. We're going to pace ourselves because I think last stream I blew out my energy way too early. It was like 45 minutes. I was so hyper. And then suddenly I was like, oh, no, I'm crashing. And then I got a second win like 45 minutes after that crash. So we're going to pace ourselves. Hey, Erica Tuesday. Who said screw Nisa? Fuck that.
Wow. Hey, we can
Hey,
look at
Juan
the super
Gomez.
chats right here.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, my goodness.
You
YouTube
guys
made
can't
an
see
improvement.
this, but it's so awesome in our
YouTube
eyes.
made an improvement that's actually kind of nice.
Oh, so we can just put this on screen?
Theoretically, yeah.
Oh, I
guess
love
so.
I love theories.
Hey,
Matthias.
man.
Okay, so today, thank you so much. All right, let's kick this stream off. Today is going to be one of those live streams that is a topic that I'm not sure how this topic. I mean, I saw some of you guys already contributed some ideas while we were waiting to go live, and I wasn't really sure how well this topic would jive with everyone. I didn't know. I was like, you do something like crossovers or something, you feel like you're bound to get a good amount of people to come in. So if this live stream stays small, then it's just going to be more intimate, and I'm totally cool with that. Might not be the most clickety of like a live stream topic, but I just think it's a fun one. It's one that constantly, I think, for so many movies, John and I will always watch a film, and not every time.
Every single
every
movie
fucking movie
should
we've
be
seen.
a horror movie.
But a lot of movies we watch and we go, if they added horror, this would probably be a cooler movie. Or I would like to see a remade version of this in horror. So that's part of the thing that kind of bummed us out about here in the Multiverse of Madness. As excited as we are for whatever craziness the MCU is going to be infusing, there's also this version of, oh man, I was really looking forward to a full-blown
Horror movie from the
MCU
MCU.
horror movie.
Especially since New Mutants also didn't go full horror.
Yeah. And I think there's so many movies you could do with that. And some of these ideas I imagine today could be like really cool or really fun. Something like that. Like with Josh Trank's Fantastic Four, we were both big fans of what he was originally going for.
Yeah.
In the first half of like a body horror Fantastic Four film.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can do a Fantastic Four movie and make it horror. But I think you could do one of those things. You know how The Boys is kind of like a riff on Justice League in a lot of ways?
Yeah.
You could do something like that where it's kind of a riff on it of the Fantastic Four. It's pretty apparent it is by their powers, but you make it a horror movie. I think that would be a really cool way to sort of like bridge the gap or redo a Fantastic Four movie, but make it a horror film.
Yeah, man.
John, do you have one? Kick us off. We can't just start going to comments right away. We got to give people a little bit of our own content first, then riff off your guys' content.
I wrote down an entire list, and it's all just horror comedies.
Wait, why is
where I
Anissa going to
removed the
go?
comedy.
Hey, Anissa, you stay in this fucking
Anissa,
chat. I
you're
haven't,
not
I
allowed
haven't
to
read
leave
the
yet.
comments, but
Anissa.
I recognize you.
Anissa.
John, please.
We love you. All right. I have
Our
written-
live streams are literally a conversation with like 100 to 150 people at a
Yes.
time.
And someday we'll do this live, and it'll be even
It'll
more
be
chaotic.
hard, like,
It'll be harder.
Can you imagine doing a live stream and it's like Professor Xavier's thoughts?
Yeah.
And it sort of feels like that's one thing I think you could do a Professor X origin movie. That is one idea that I'm going to let John give the idea. there is. I thought of like you could do a Professor X horror movie of like especially the first time he's really learning how to deal with these powers of just hearing every fucking thought being coming his way. I don't know how you cipher those thoughts. And I also imagine that we have our thoughts are moving at like we have so many thoughts every second that in movies I find it interesting that with the psychic ability they hone in on just like this one conscious thought. But I imagine if you're really reading someone's mind and hearing their thoughts, it's going to be like a gazillion thoughts all at once.
I would love to see a film that truly it's always one, like very narrative thought where it's like the mind, I'm sure, especially if you're reading the mind of somebody who isn't very focused on anything, could be a whole like oral experience that isn't intelligible.
Yeah,
and
man.
I would love to see somebody actually capture that. Hold on. Milan Gonzalez. Hi. Why are you spamming the letter E? I would just like to know that. I wrote down a bunch of these, and I've seen already a few in the chat, so I'm trying to avoid those. There's one that's very obvious that I've always wanted to make like an April Fool's style trailer for, which is Home Alone. I think just like if you just change the music, it's already
John, that's
a
the most
horror.
cliche one.
Which is why I'm changing it up.
Change it up.
And I feel bad because I should apologize to a friend of mine for even insinuating this, but Mrs. Doubtfire would make a tremendous horror movie. Think about it. An obsessive guy who wants to get back with his family, like take ownership back of his kids, goes deep under, like creates a whole other identity, puts himself in makeup, in disguise. It's such a warm, lovely movie, and yet it could be such a horrific, creepy thing if the wrong guy did it.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's one.
See, Owen Cooper gets my idea. That could be like the Sixth Sense. But I also think that you could do a version. This just popped into my head right now.
Yes.
You could do a version of Jim Carrey's Yes Man and make that a horror movie.
Yes.
Like it starts off all wonderful and he's getting like positive reinforcement and he's getting some success in life, but then he starts saying yes to some truly fucked up shit.
Do you want
all because he agreed to Yes Man?
Do you want to join the Satanic Temple? Yes. Do you want to sacrifice this goat?
Do you want to cut off your own leg or some shit like that? You know what I mean?
Sell it to cannibals? Yes.
All right, now it's time to hide some users because they're being dumbasses right now in the chat and it's annoying people. Sorry, guys, you're gone today. Owen, I'm giving you one last shot.
Is this like Sesame Street
shot,
today?
Owen.
Is this today brought to you by several...
Owen.
Get it through your head.
You see, Matthias Rain brings up a comment that says Jurassic Park could easily be turned into a horror movie.
It is a horror movie.
And we wanted to do a topic at some point that says... like movies that are secretly horror movies, and we've thought that Jurassic Park, I think a lot of people would agree, Jurassic Park in and of itself is already a horror film, and I'm surprised it doesn't get categorized in horror enough.
It just
no one really looks at it as a horror movie.
Yeah,
part of it is scary.
It's because it makes such a big first impression, I think, being so wondrous and such an achievement of things. And like when it starts out, it really isn't trying to clue you into the idea that it's going to be a horror movie. And even during parts of it, the dinosaurs can still be majestic and wondrous. And so I think, like it, to me, is a horror movie because it starts with circumstances pretty normal. There's a sci-fi circumstance, and then pretty soon everything goes wrong, and the rest of the movie is scary.
Yes.
So to me, it's already very much horror.
All right.
It's a monster movie.
I gave him a lot of time out. He can come back in now if he wants. All right.
You know what's? I thought of one this afternoon that I think could work. If you remade the Polar Express as a horror movie, but
and you put Mel Gibson as Santa
in every role, like Tom Hanks played like 6 roles. No, you do the Polar Express, but make it such that the children who get the tickets and actually get on the train, they're spirited away to the North Pole where they are frozen as children forever and forced to become elves.
Ooh,
yeah.
That'd be fun, John.
Yeah, because like it's already a disconcerting, weird movie to begin with in a lot of ways, and kind of creepy because of all those Tom Hankses.
All right, John. So pick any. Look, we're gonna go. Actually, you know what? Let's go through some of the comments and see what you guys are saying in here.
Ooh, but
I love that Toy and Ashley Hoover have a very similar. Oh no, never mind. I just read the comments back to back. Toy saying the movie Big Daddy with Adam Sandler, but as a horror movie, because the kid is actually a murderer. It could be like one of those terrible child horror, creepy child movies. Oh, actually, there's a version of that that works. I mean, it'd be cliche as fuck, but it would totally work into a certain level, you know?
There's a movie I want to reference in order to set this up, but I think in referencing it, I will spoil it. But you could remake, like, you know the movie Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could
With
make
Robin
a horror
Williams
movie
where he
version
keeps
of Jack.
growing up?
Yeah. But he's like a kid, but he's a man. You
Yeah.
could make a horror movie version of that.
Like what?
I don't know. I think it would just become Halloween at that point.
You could just say you can make a horror movie of that, but if you have nothing to go off of, that's not fun. John,
Big
make it
could
fun.
be a horror movie.
You know, I could
Big-
say any movie and say it could be a horror movie.
Big could be
Tell
a
me
horror movie
why
because if
it'll
the
be
wrong,
a horror movie.
if you got like take young Michael Myers or something from the Rob Zombie Halloween movie and make him, get instead of becoming a murderer, he gets his fortune read, wishes he was an adult so he could get away from his terrible family. He becomes an adult, but he doesn't have good moral impulses.
Wow, John,
and
you
he's
are
an
pitching
animal.
a horror
and
movie.
so now, with an adult body, unencumbered by the constraints of society, this kid, Nick Baskin or whatever his name is in Big, he can terrorize unencumbered as a white man in New York City.
That's fantastic. Look, Young Trip in the chat is saying Sherlock Holmes. Why hasn't there been a horror version of Sherlock Holmes?
It would be I Saw the Devil.
It could be like supernatural investigations that he goes on, or like legendary urban killers like Jack the Ripper or something like that, like Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. That does not sound schlocky at all. That sounds really good.
That does not sound like From Hell.
No.
But it would be cool. I would still watch it.
But it would be cool if you have the Sherlock Holmes name attached. If it's actually Sherlock Holmes and Watson working together to hunt down Jack the Ripper. There's got to be something out there that already exists of that. I'd be surprised if there isn't.
I guess what I was getting at with Jack is that because there are movies,
bring back Jack.
because there are movies that capitalize on that that condition you can have where you don't age and you look like a child all your life. There are movies that have capitalized on that. You could do like the reverse, but with Jack. But I think it would have to hinge on the same kind of thing as like you got to have a kid that's really messed up, but he gets big. And
Erica Tuesday is saying there's a lot of Robin Williams movies that could be horror films. I totally agree with that. Hook is one of the creepiest movies ever.
It makes a lot of it's actually pretty creepy lists.
Actually, Vix Cum in the chat is saying The Mask and how that is originally based on a horror horror comic. And if you did a horror movie of horror comedy, I don't think you can go from Jim Carrey to just a horror movie. I think if you did a complete horror comedy, you did a complete horror comedy with The Mask, I think that would be very exciting. And I feel like that would be it would be one of those situations where people would be like, so the remake is based on the comic, But a lot of people would associate it as a remake of The Mask. But I think that would be a justified reason to bring back The Mask if you did a horror version of it. Dude, you can still have Jim Carrey be him too. Yeah, you can just continue The Mask to a Mask 3 and just have him be doing a horror
aged
comedy
and more twisted. Yeah.
Actually, that'd be great. I think a lot of people would tune in for that. A lot of people would really love like a horror movie of The Mask.
Rackadillo, Nightcrawler, I think is already a horror movie, but he says with paranormal elements.
Oh, I like.
What do you think? Yeah, that could be. I think it would be schlocky, but I think that would be cool. And somebody else said John Wick, and I also agree because John Wick, they call him the boogeyman, and I don't know if it would be a supernatural movie, but I think you could make like a really cool because like the world of John Wick is so dark and full of shadows anyway.
Yeah, of course.
You could easily make it gothic,
John Wick?
Yeah.
I mean, you could do one where down the road he's just going fucking nuts.
I want Mike Flanagan's John Wick, where John Wick where John Wick doesn't know what plane of reality he's existing on. He keeps seeing the ghosts of people he's
assassinated.
The
haunting of the Continental.
The haunting of the Continental.
Yeah.
Oh, green light at Netflix.
Go on, that's good. That's a good one.
That would be cool. That would be awesome.
Pandemic Jones, yes, like the stream. Okay, we should get to some super chats because some people have been saying to get to the super chats. John, can you let's just do old school just to be safe.
Old school.
We have Streamlabs open right now, which takes less fee, so that would be much appreciated. Your support means a hell of a lot. If you can't, totally cool. But you know, your support does mean a hell of a lot. So let's go into the thing. I am saying words, waiting for this to load. Words. No blank spaces.
Dude,
no
that's
dead
a
space
great
inside
Bo
of the
Burnham
screen.
special. Words.
Got it, John.
Words.
Damn, yeah, punch that shit in.
Punch
that
shit
in. Yeah, let's see some fucking comments, baby. Yeah. Yeah, let's see those comments.
I appreciate
some
how
sexy comments.
Alrighty, there we go. Anissa's number one as just holding it down over here. Hello, my
Anissa,
lovely,
my beautiful woman. Thank you.
Our patron saint of the YouTubes. Hi, Greg. Hi, John. Hope you're having a good day. That's how I imagine you speak.
Yeah, I'm having a good day. It's been relaxing. Went on a run this morning.
G-O-double-D. Oh, nice.
Meditated.
Ooh.
Cleaned a lot last night. Got a little bit of a little bit of additional editing to do after this, and then maybe some writing. And yeah, guys. Also, Dan Seibert put out a Choose Your Own Adventure thingamajiggy on his channel. I'd recommend that. I was breezing through it earlier. He worked his ass off for the past 2 weeks straight on it.
Dude, I would love
John,
to choose
how are
an
you
adventure
doing?
for Dan.
We don't waste a single question. John, tell them how you're doing.
I am all right. I'm wearing this new T-shirt, and I'm excited because it was a gift, and I appreciate it.
Awesome.
So this is
John,
cool.
you look great in the shirt. Your hair is flowing.
Thanks.
You are sexually attractive in every way.
Oh, so are you.
I can't meet you there.
It's good that we're out of frame, below here.
Why?
Because it would reveal the attractions.
Why?
Anatomy, Physiology 101. Dicks. It's a dick joke.
Oh,
it's a penis joke.
Big dicks. Big black dicks. That's what we're talking about. All right. So who do we got next, John?
Always.
Bernie Alvarado.
Bernie.
What's up, Bernie? Thank you so much, buddy.
All righty. Bernie says.
He's getting it all in one shot right here. He's like, I'll tell you all the fucking ones that could be a horror movie. Back to the Future. Oh yeah, dude, right there with Marty and his mom. That's a horror.
Definitely.
That was Back to the Future was one of the most rejected screenplays in all of, like, in terms of the big movies that got made. It is one of the most rejected screenplays of all time, and that was an element that was like difficult to handle too.
Eric.
Hey, Eric Horseman, thanks for being here, dude. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. There's always been an underlying creepiness to it, and I don't know if they would ever go full on. There's some association that I feel like Wizard of Oz and Return to Oz and Willy Wonka, I think, could have gone like a little bit more for. I was hoping Tim Burton would push that.
I was too.
He pushed creepy and weird, but he didn't really hit a right tone that jived with anyone.
He didn't. It was creepy, just not in, I guess, all the ways you would have hoped it could be creepy.
Yeah,
but I do think that, maybe just because of how much it would involve to realize a movie like that. But I think it would be perfect to do, dark, demented, like, don't eat anything here because all of it is twisted kind of movie. Like, that would be great.
National Lampoon's Vacation. Everyone knows that Chevy Chase in that movie is one step away from being Jack Nicholson from The Shining.
He is. He really is.
And Jumanji as a horror film.
That's perfect. That would work.
That's terrible. What if they get trapped in a horror game?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be perfect, right?
But you still have Race Dubba here to explain it to you.
I think out of all the ones you listed, Bernie, a Jumanji horror movie could just be a fine one-off. You know how, like, there used to those Ernest movies used to exist, or how there was like Abbott and Costello back in the day, and they didn't always do horror Abbott and Costello. But if you did, I feel like Jumanji, if they're willing to fuck around a little bit, they could do that, where they go into one movie, one of their movies is a horror movie.
That's I feel like the first movie, like, like we said about Jurassic Park, like that to me is very much a horror movie already, but I feel like Jumanji had little glimpses where I was like, oh yeah, like the spider sequence in the original one, I was like, yeah, easily this is a horror sequence. This could be a horror movie if just everything was like this, instead of, different ranges of whimsy. So yeah, like Jumanji, if they got trapped in a horror game, if Sam Raimi made a horror Jumanji, imagine how fun that might be.
Yeah, it's true.
You know,
we've done giveaways in the past, guys.
We're giving away love today.
We have done giveaways in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we don't have one in mind right now.
We're giving
But
away
we've
a
done them in the
Cosmic
past.
Warren Funko Pop.
Give away all of Warren stuff. Hey, Maria, welcome to the chat.
Maria.
And if you spam, we will probably ignore it or just block you from here. And then who else do we got in here? I saw Maria Hammond, Lennon Oliva, Lapin Poro Coria, Nate Vano, of course, Eric Horseman. Yay.
Hello out in Illinois.
Gerdoodle. Thank you guys so much for being here. It means a lot.
Doodle.
Let's see here. What's that
go
one
down,
say?
we go down.
We go down. Oh,
Yeah.
I should be going from here.
The Truman Show.
So, Anissa, thank you, my dear.
Yeah.
The Truman Show should definitely be turned into a horror movie. It has all the aspects to become one. Hey, Maria Hammond, what are your all's thoughts? I mean, I think a Truman Show undoubtedly could be a horror movie. I don't know if they'd remake Truman Show. However, I do see them doing a movie that's like, if you see the trailer for Free Guy, it's very easy to look at Free Guy and go, oh, it's kind of like the Truman Show.
Yeah.
It seems to be a little bit of a hybrid, right? And I think with taking the concept of Truman Show, you could definitely do a horror version of that. I feel like they have done that. Have they done that yet? Not exactly where it's like clearly a riff on Truman Show.
There's got to be something though where somebody finds out that their life is some kind of surveillance or entertainment show. Like there was Ed TV, which was a comedy, but that reminded me of a similar premise, and I have to imagine that at least there's got to be
Ed
a
and Eddie
B
when you
movie
said that.
did
I
it.
was seriously thinking of Ed and Eddie.
I saw a rendering the other day of Ed, and Eddie as the three Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. And, and I appreciated the internet for that. The Truman Show would be perfect, though, especially if you just dialed up the, like, personal paranoia. Like, if you made it about a really paranoid guy who, like, you know, kind of gets this sense that, like, people are watching him all around and everyone's, like, not a real person in his life.
Right.
And then you just really... You could have almost the same movie just with totally different tones. And it would work, I think.
Okay, here we go. Mr. Vaju, welcome to the chat.
Vaju.
And then who else do we got here? Mark Leach.
The Leech.
Thank you, Mark.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Mark. Oh, hi,
Oh,
Mark.
hi, Mark.
Ooh, I love this one.
Oh.
Hey, guys, Ninja Turtles as a Cronenberg body horror.
Yes.
That would be perfect.
Imagine Master Splinter. How? Like,
Oh, God.
yeah, man. And then the turtle monstrosities. And all the fun ways that you could, like, body horror differentiate them as, you know, the four different
You could
turtles.
even cross over that Ninja Turtles movie into The Fly if you wanted to.
Sure, it actually, if it make it some kind of ooze time travel or teleportation mishap.
Yeah.
But they can't be aliens.
Actually, SL7 in the chat saying Truman Show was supposed to be darker. Ooh, Maria Ham, I like that pitch. 21 Jump Street as a horror movie.
I think that
Starts
would be
doing
fun.
it with high school kids, and they get in big trouble. That's always the thing I was afraid 21 Jump Street might go down.
Did Zemeckis direct Truman Show?
He directed 21 Jump Street.
Okay, that's more like it. I loved Zemeckis' work with Channing Tatum, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
And the show.
But in Ninja Turtles, if you could do like a cool action one, if you had like a hybrid of a Nicholas Winding Refn movie meets a Cronenberg film with the Ninja Turtles body horror.
Only Shredder forgives.
And they're just mutating and they keep getting worse and worse. Ooh.
Yeah, they all die by the end, but not before vanquishing some kind of bigger, worse monstrosity.
Dan needs to take a chill pill.
Oh, Maria blew you a kiss, though. So that's okay.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Watch. Hey, Dan, listen, you can go ahead and hit that button if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and hit that button. Oh,
Dan.
Oh, bye, Dan.
Yeehaw, howdy.
All right, let's see here. Okay.
Just wait. Yeah, Mark Leach, double punch. Plot for Speed is just a trap placed by Jigsaw. I would be obviously curious to see that, especially how he works the moral angle.
What would be the lesson he has to learn in Speed?
Who's
the thing with Jigsaw is a refresher for everyone's mind is that he always has to have some moral lesson for why he's putting them in a trap.
Yeah.
So what would be the moral thing that he has? Actually, no, he's already doing that.
Well, yeah, because Dennis Hopper.
The whole thing with Dennis Hopper is he's putting him on there as like the revenge for him, punishment.
Yeah,
I don't know why specifically it's a bus, but he did do it purposely.
It would yeah. So with Jigsaw, then you would have it be that the bus driver is also in his own trap that affects Keanu Reeves's trap, but then Keanu's in a trap, but then also several of the people on the bus are in their own traps that are directly like in conflict with the Keanu Reeves trap, and it's just a big death bus that's moving. There's just a bunch of Saw traps all over the bus. Because, like as the Saw movies get deeper and deeper, the traps become more elaborate and they have more moving parts. So you'll have like one trap that involves 4 people doing different things. And some of those things are individual and some of them are in a group. And then pretty soon you've lost track and it's Saw 7 and whatever. Thanks, Maria.
Appreciate everyone who's showing their support in the live stream chat right now.
Alex Wolf.
Some people don't get that we can't read every single comment at once, and we'll also try to talk and have complete sentences, because a lot of times I might be talking or John might be talking. It could go both ways. I might be talking, I might be reading comments at the same time, and then I'm losing my train of thought, and so I'm not going to be able to give 100% to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then John might not be listening, and vice versa. That happens to us.
Part of it is then you're like, you take that brief moment.
We have to do everything one at a time.
What's the chat doing?
If we're focusing on this, we gotta answer. We gotta give a proper response. So some people just aren't cool with that, and I'm like, well, you must not have been to a bunch of live streams, man.
We'll hurry it up.
Let's see. The Living Tombstone. I've
Hey,
always
buddy.
loved that name. He's got a great channel.
What's up, yo?
Subscribe to Living Tombstone.
Yep.
He says, love your shirt, John. Non-horror
you.
movies, horror equal flubber.
Oh, dude. I would love
Flubber.
a horror flubber. Hell yeah. I was all about the movie Flubber back in the day. And, by the way, guys, go check out the Living Tombstone drunk music video. That's where all these screaming faces are from. But, Flubber, I was all about. Another Robin Williams joint, too.
Why would Flubber be a horror movie, though?
Well,
how could Flubber work as a horror film?
Flubber would have to, you know how Flubber kind of has a mind of its own, like it'll make little anthropomorphic blobs and stuff like that. Like even though it is just a substance that's bouncy, at least a couple times in at least the Robin Williams version, it alludes to the Flubber having some autonomous qualities.
It is on the verge of being like an EC comic story.
Yeah, it could be the blob,
like a Tales from the Crypt story. It is on the verge of being that.
He's a mad scientist. This is his breakthrough. But then, like I'm imagining something that maybe borrows from the Blob or something like that, because that just makes sense visually speaking. But he's a mad scientist, and there's at least that scene where he falls out of a window, so you could use that instead of for him hurting his pride as the punchline in the actual movie goes. You could have him break his spine, and he's trying to use Flubber to mobilize his life back.
I just want to say Flubber symbiote, as DG says in the chat.
Flubber symbiote.
That's exactly
he makes a Flubber
right when I was
body
about
suit.
to say that. Your comment appeared in the chat.
He makes
away.
a Flubber body coating, that he could bounce all over town in.
Speaking of the Flubber symbiote joke, speaking of the joke, the famous joke that goes around town? Venom could have been a horror movie, man.
Venom. Yeah, man, let the devil in.
Knock, knock, let the devil in.
Malevolent as I've ever
Flubber versus Venom, some Slurpee says.
Oh, that'd be a bouncy comedy.
I want to, for the record to show, we have stated 3 Robin Williams movies so far.
There have been,
There are 3. Erica, early on in this stream, in the live stream comments, said that there's a lot of Robin Williams movies that could be redone as horror movies.
12-hour photo?
1 hour photo, John, and Insomnia.
24-hour photo?
Looking for? All right.
24-hour photo and Insomnia, yes.
Let's see here. What do we got? Racadillo, thank you.
Racadillo.
Hellboy. Oh, I got a comment to make about here. Thank you, Racadillo. I really hope you're doing better right now. Hellboy with horror elements with the demons. You see, that's what the letdown was of the latest Hellboy remake. I think everyone who signed up for that was under the impression, as a matter of fact, I kind of know, they were under the impression that it was going to be way more of a horror movie and not what we got. And while it had its gothic aesthetic and designs in its own way that differentiated from the Del Toro version, that Hellboy movie was picked up in a way that was supposed to be a full-blown horror movie. And I feel like that's the way to, if you're not going to bring Ron Perlman and Del Toro back, that's the way you save that franchise. And I think people were so excited for Hellboy to become a full-blown horror movie when that was announced and they saw the first images, it was like, damn, this looks cool.
This
It's
looks
gonna
heavy
be
metal.
horror. Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the movie, we saw the trailer for the 2 trailers and the movie itself. You're like, oh, it's not that. And I think you got to go back to that initial excitement. Make it a full-blown horror movie. The comics lend itself to that, man. Do it. What the hell, Word?
I see
The Living Tombstone's obsessed with you.
Dude, I know. I just pitched a great flubber. And that's for you. I mean, now you can write the script and you can pitch it to Hollywood or make an animation out of it with the full original soundtrack. Boogie.
Maria in the chat said Hamilton, King of Comedy from Owen Cooper here.
Hamilton.
The Hulk is body horror. You stole one of mine, buddy.
Oh,
You
dang.
stole one of the ones I wanted to say today.
Look out. Oh, there are Lennon and Olivia. There are several Santa horror movies. There's one coming up with Mel Gibson called Fat. That's an action movie. Rare Exports, though, is a Santa horror movie.
And then another one from Mark Leach, Inside Out. Inside Out
That could be fun.
We were actually gonna. I was one of the videos I wanted to react to today was It's not La Llorona. It's La Noria something. It was on Altered Channel, and it was it's a animated horror short film from someone who designs for Pixar. And I saw the thumbnail, and it did look like a Pixar movie.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
now I'm excited to see what he says here.
Hey.
Inside Out could be a psychological thriller based around the mental state of poor Riley and what happens if joy gets erased.
Dude,
That's a good one. That's a really good idea.
Do the array of emotions in a disturbed mind.
That's a really great idea.
Yeah, man. I would be very down for that. Like, the thing is, I feel like you could make like a franchise out of Inside Out, just literally exploring different mindsets.
Ooh,
You
man.
know? But yeah, that would be a perfect horror movie. And then like,
ooh, I love that.
Because it begs,
I love that idea.
Yeah, because it like you imagine like, God, what's Riley gonna be doing? Hey God, what are her emotions gonna be talking about? And what's gonna be happening to all our islands?
Thank you, Mark Leach. That's just a cool idea waiting to happen.
Yeah.
That's another. I feel like there's a lot of these ideas, especially with horror, and some of the ones that you guys have been staying in the chat today, that undoubtedly, even if you can't do an actual like Inside Out horror movie, you could do a movie that's your pitch. You know, it's like Inside Out plot, but it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
And here's how it would work. Like, that's an actual movie idea that could come to fruition. That's pretty cool. And we love seeing movies that deal with like going into the mind, dream stuff, Inception, The Cell,
Yeah,
Matrix, you know, shit like that. So I think you could actually, pull that off. That'd be awesome. Hey, Slurpee.
I like how people are saying it. It, just without the comedic stuff.
You knew that we would get a few of those.
Ooh, Con Air. Yes.
Mimi M saying Stranger Than Fiction. That is a good call.
Toy Story, I think, would also, be pretty good. I mean, Sid, if you just made it all about Sid, then it's a horror movie.
Omni Media, Michael B. Thank you, buddy.
Omni.
Hope you've been kicking so much ass lately.
Ooh, drinking some wine, watching a pair of handsome boys. Did you know?
he's watching the stream from his television.
Yeah, with a fire roaring in the background, and some kind of 1800s scotch.
Entertain me live.
Did you know they made an official Banana Splits horror movie? I watched that show growing up.
What is Banana Splits?
To the Google. I couldn't explain it well
To
enough.
the Google.
I only have the vaguest of recollections of Banana Splits, and not enough to properly explain it to you.
Well, while you're looking up Banana Split, hold on a sec, John. While you look up Banana Splits, I'll read the comments as they come in real time.
Yeah.
Adam's Family has always been a fun horror, Kevin Shepard says. I want straight art house and violence. Adam's Family version of it. But wouldn't that completely strip away the whole thing that makes Adam's Family Adam's Family? But then again, they are like a super. They wouldn't just be like some cult family, like a Manson family. They are
macabre Halloween people.
Yeah, exactly.
and it would further separate them from the Munsters.
Oh, okay, yeah. There you go. A point proven. And I think you could do an Addams Family movie and just lean way more into the horror, where it's actually scary, but you could still keep it like charming and cute.
Yeah, it would almost become like a House of a Thousand Corpses thing, where it's like
that's where I was going.
Well, because you have a deranged family with a predilection for torture and murderous delights, so like them on their own, they're just like chilling and having fun, and then it's like when other people from the outside world interact with them, that's when it gets scary.
Yes.
I remember this movie coming out, the Banana Splits movie from a year or two ago. I've never seen it, but there are these big fluffy characters, and I'm going to drag this window just so that all y'all like us who don't know can see.
These are the Banana Splits movie right here.
And there's the one. I heard good things about this too. But yeah, this looks easily like nightmare fuel.
Darth
like
Yoda,
Five Nights.
which commentary are you trying to get me to read? There's one that Rosie's trying to get me to read.
Ooh, Hancock is
Say
a
the
horror
name, and
movie.
hopefully my eye catches it in time as I'm switching around here. Johnny,
Say the name.
let's we got to honor some of the super chats of
Yes.
the Streamlabs now.
Clipping.
But yeah, Lewis just tagged them in chat. Yeah,
Tag him in
trying
the
to make
chat.
sure I don't miss some comments, especially ones that we will. I'm probably just gonna ask Rosie to moderate for us one day.
We're gonna have to bring Rosie onto the payroll.
Can you handle
Rosie
this,
already
John?
needs backup. Let's see. Okay, that's 10-10. We're getting close, guys. We're back. Okay, Flev. The Flev. There we go.
Toy saying "Sleepless in Seattle" or "You Got Mail."
I
Could
was
definitely fit in with the creepy stalker genre. You've
want
Got
it.
Mail could be a great one.
There needs I was gonna ask, like, to take one of those movies. I would love to see a movie start out genuinely as a romantic comedy and slowly, without like telegraphing it, twist into some kind of horrible
Whoa, you could do like it's like Heat, where you're focusing on the good and bad guy equally.
Yeah.
And where you could do it where you're focusing on the serial killer and the woman equally, or vice versa. That would be even cooler. It's like actually I prefer the flip, where it's a guy and the girl's the killer.
Yeah.
And this is the You've Got Mail story, but you're watching it in that
This guy's
order.
unwittingly playing into this path.
Ooh.
That's
toy.
a genre flip. I feel like the Red Eye trailer like ruined the movie iteration of this concept by being so convincingly like, oh, it's gonna be a light romance. Oh goodness, no, Cillian Murphy.
But the whole thing with You've Got Mail is you're watching both of their perspectives back and forth. Of how they don't know, and it's not
And
like
it's all building
You've
up
Got
to when
Mail
they
is like
meet.
the third one I think of that franchise of that.
Pairing. Of
No,
them.
like of the actual concept.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
I forgot what the first one was called. Shop Around the Corner. I forget which one.
You've got a papyrus that I.
You've got a letter from the post office.
You've got a telegram. You've got a scroll. Flevius Doran.
Chase Gardner in the chat saying Incredibles as a horror. That is like what my Fantastic Four would be. Kind of like that.
Oh, and Damon PewDiePie. Casper, yeah, if you did Casper but just scary, that would be great.
Who do we got? Who's the first? We got Flev Doran back to back. Thank you, Flev.
Flev says, hi, guys. I missed last week's stream because I fell asleep. Why do we need sleep anyway? In the immortal words of the Bare Naked Ladies, who needs sleep? Well, you're never going to get it.
I like that you take the time out to give your words of wisdom, John. And for this
They're
week's
my words.
theme, not the most original idea. Aw, too bad. Yeah, we already got this one. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory could easily be straight up slasher film. Remove the songs, couple of tweaks here and there, and boom, bada bing. You got yourself a scary Willy Wonka. What the fuck else you want, huh?
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
stupid son of a-
Factory. What are you doing?
You stupid fat kids, you. Get your mouth out of my
You fucking
chocolate
German
river.
fat kids over here.
This kid's got too much TV.
Charlie,
in
you
his-
want the factory or not? Take the fucking
Take the-
factory.
it's
all right?
clearly
You
you're
got
the only
ticket,
one who
this the
deserves
ticket,
this.
Take the ticket. Well, apparently Robert De Niro has Willy Wonka.
You know you want to see that for next month of November because there's no theme there. We can do movies that ought to have been crime movies.
Movies that we're thankful for. Pikachu as a horror movie, Matthias is saying. Yeah, that's a badass idea.
Yeah, where it's like the ghost of someone's deceased father possesses Pikachu and then possesses their way
Well,
into.
I think you could do Pokemon horror, man.
Yeah.
Those animals, one day they're gonna rebel.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, why are they fucking forcing us to fight like
Force
slaves?
us to live in balls and
if
fight each
we
other.
work together, we can overtake.
We just want to chill out and be Pokemon.
This could be our world, and the humans could be our pets. What the fuck do they do for us? We can get our own food.
It's because they haven't.
Some of the Pokemon cook.
Because they haven't mastered vocabulary yet, except for Meowth. Meowth is the next link in Poke Evolution.
I like Osmosis Joan as a body horror, Sam. That's a great one. Queen Anissa. Thank you, Queen Anissa.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, John, look. She has your idea. Home Alone into a horror movie where Kevin grows up into being like Jigsaw. I would like to go watch that. Well, thank you, Anissa, for that. And didn't they do that? There's a short film with Macaulay Culkin where he played a guy who's already gone to he doesn't go Jigsaw mode, but he
just becomes
tortures a guy.
Yeah, he becomes this deranged like rideshare driver
who's like totally traumatized from his
exactly.
experience, and then when people try to like rob them in their car, I'm totally giving away. Anyway,
it's a good
go watch it.
Short.
It's a good horror
it's
riff on
funny,
Macaulay Culkin as Kevin McAllister already, and he's in it. If you haven't seen it, it's a really funny short.
So Anissa, wish granted. It's a YouTube search away. Flev is back. Thanks, buddy. What?
Well, we got apparently there's controversy with the Home Alone opinions in this stream
what?
today.
How could you think of Home Alone like that, Anissa? It's a pure innocent film. A kid that protects his house by creating these intricate, dangerous traps that really harm the bandits, and he seems to have no emotions doing it. Oh my God, my childhood is a lie.
Yes, it is.
See? Kevin is... I love the pitch meeting for that movie because it is true. Like, the family is the worst, and Kevin is also the worst.
I mean, I did a video. I don't remember if I put it only on Patreon or if I did put it on YouTube too. But I did a video of how I wanted to see a Home Alone reboot that was 10 episodes long. It was a mini-series, and it's a slow, deliberate pace thing that's a descent into madness where you're building up to the finale.
The night where they go away.
That takes place over like 3 episodes.
Yeah. So it's episodes 7, 8,
one
and 9.
2. Episode 1 would end when they leave. The family leaves.
Oh, okay. I see.
The 2 through whatever, like 6 would be where he's like, slowly starting like embracing it, but starting to go insane, and he gets himself involved in drugs and hookers. Yeah, and he's like this 14-year-old kid, right? But he's alone on Christmas.
He lives in Detroit. He lives in the Don't Breathe neighborhood.
And then you would go into, and then you would have, and then you're slowly teasing the 2 criminals there who are like murderers. They're not just thieves, and then the last 3 episodes would deal with the actual invasion.
Yes.
Or the last episodes of torture, and then Kevin McAllister is shot by the cops.
yes, exactly.
Put the shotgun down. It was a BB gun.
Well, yeah, no, it's because one rookie cop makes the mistake of stepping onto like the front lawn, and then a trap goes off, and then they just light the house up.
We must have been confusing anyone who's tuning into the stream right now because we have Bradley's comment highlighted this whole time while we're talking about Home Alone.
Whoops. I see somebody said Chappie in horror. Absolutely, yes.
Toy Story's already kind of horror movie with Sid, man.
Yeah, it's just the Sid perspective.
Let's see here. Bradley Bledsoe. Hey, guys. Thank you, Bradley. Chatting back and forth. We're going to work together on something very soon. Hey, guys. I think it would be interesting to see the Batman villain Scarecrow give a psychological horror treatment. You could have some ordinary Gotham citizens as the main characters, and they fall into Scarecrow's trap. Love you guys. Stay safe.
It would be cool to see a Gotham City movie that involves a villain, people being victimized by the villain, and then Batman as an outside force that really does swoop in and save them. That like when you see Batman finally, it's like, oh God, thank you, breath of fresh air.
So you're saying there should be a movie like Free Guy, but it's a dude in Gotham, just like what it's like to be a guy living in Gotham City.
That's not how I would handle it, I guess.
I would handle it that way. You know me.
Okay, would it be Ryan Reynolds? Would he be that charming? He would be completely unaffected by Gotham. He would be completely
terrified, man.
Yeah.
Well, I did pitch on Movie Fights, I think the video is called like Who's the Best Joker of the title, and I did pitch a Scarecrow horror movie idea that I had that I think you could do one of like when he's a kid and just focus on him as a kid in his relationship with his scientist dad, because that's such a big part of his origin and his knowledge of developing the toxins and stuff, at least in one of the later renditions of the character. Because the earlier rendition of Scarecrow is just he's a professor who's obsessed with fear, and then he kind of cracks at he's teaching a class and he brings a gun in there. He's fired and he wants revenge, so he becomes a thief. But my version, I want to see kind of like, I've always thought the tone would be kind of akin to Carrie, but you're focusing on a guy dealing with bullying who's pushed into this place, and then at the end of it, he gets revenge against the bullies.
Yeah, you see how dark and mad cruelty can go.
Yeah, man.
Rosie.
And he goes to school with Bruce Wayne.
And then he causes his parents to get killed. Hey, Rosie said if they don't find it, then try again. Apparently, there's something we need to find. So drop it in the chat right here, and there you go. Matthias Rain. Have not seen Gotham City by Gaslight, but would love to.
I have not seen Gotham by Gaslight, but there's a version of what you're talking about with, I think there's Batman Gotham Knight, which I think is kind of explores that idea of what you're talking about. Not really in full-blown horror, but yeah.
But just as an intense like
Wolverine body horror movie. Rackadio saying, you know what, that would just basically be the day he gets the adamantium put into him.
Yeah,
and you just focus on that. It's like Passion of the Christ, but with Wolverine getting the adamantium put into him.
Although imagine that just had that little detail of like, my hands heal every time I retract the claws, so every time they come back out, I'm just cutting myself again. So dark.
And Michael B., we did pitch that Scarecrow thing. I'm really apparently Bradley Blitzo's really attached to his Scarecrow script, and I'm really attached to mine because I did pitch that before.
Guys, then it's a race to see who can get it greenlit first.
Ooh, Damon PewDiePie in the chat is saying a Two-Face horror movie. That would absolutely be awesome.
Yes.
I would be so down for it. All you have to say is Two-Face horror movie, and I feel like all of us could kind of get an idea of what that would be right away.
Here's the way.
Pretty obvious.
Here's what you do. You make it one of those movies where it's him the whole time, but to sell it and to make us wonder, you only shoot him from one side. So that when the big reveal comes, it was him all along that's been doing these horrible things, and then he turns his face and we see the crispy side.
Okay. That sounds great.
Thank you for dignifying that with a response.
It just has me thinking, okay, Lewis, if we're going to refresh the super chats, and if it's not there, then we'll make sure to I'll make sure to single you out. Here. Oh, we'll just screenshot it in the meantime.
Yes.
1 second. We'll make sure to answer it, okay? All right, but I'll see. Okay, but I'm thinking that with the DC villain verse, if they wanted to do more of those like Joker things, but actually, get the perspective of the villain, do it from the perspective of the villain. Even if they tie in Batman, like Harvey Dent, so much of his origin is connected to Batman, at least the time of Batman, Yeah. So I think that you could do a movie where you are focusing on like Harvey Dent watching morph into Two-Face and have to deal with like this temptation to become a criminal. He ultimately gives in to this other side.
Yeah. But
I think you could do that with so many, especially you could do that with Marvel villains. I think especially though with DC villains, because they're willing to go a little bit darker, especially right now.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like they're willing to go darker. I'm waiting to see when they like completely embrace that as part of their palette versus something we do on very specific Joker occasions.
Yes. We didn't finish reading these.
No, we didn't, which is why I just wanted to see the other super chat menu in case I could zero in on Lewis's in the background. But let's see, where are we? We got Screaming Air Conditioner Scream Queen Anissa right there. Okay, hear me out.
Yeah, like Batman Court of Alice horror movies. See, you're getting it.
Hey,
and a Marvel Zombies. If Marvel did that, now, oh man, do a reanimated one. Put it on Disney Plus. Put that shit on Disney Plus. Let's see how that goes.
Port it out on Hulu. Keep it quiet that it's Disney. Okay, hear me out. The Cars franchise is set after an AI uprising. A horror movie out of this children's movie will be what we all needed.
The Cars franchise?
Yes.
It would be like Christine's.
Christine's. Yeah, man. All the cars have a spirit within.
We're at war with the cars.
With John Carter.
But we reprogrammed Lightning McQueen to be on our side.
Yeah, our hero.
He's the fastest car there is.
He can convince them all.
How would they verse each other?
By crashing.
Crashing into each other?
Or by doing like extended Ben-Hur-esque sequences where they're just trying to ram one another off the road or
I think do it.
I agree. I'm
Danny
all for
Dibble,
it.
thanks for being in the chat.
Danny Dibs.
That's hilarious, Anissa. Thank you. And she's also saying, thank you, Anissa. Ferris Bueller's Day Off made into a horror movie about an imaginary best friend from Cameron's side of the story where Ferris never existed.
So his imaginary friend didn't go to school?
Yeah. You just never see that side. Or there is, I think a lot of these movies you could just remake and just have them do way more fucked up things.
Yeah.
What if they murdered a guy when they they took the car?
Yeah. And then they
the Ferris Bueller's Day Off is about them having to bury a body,
hide a body, and like deal with the car and avoid. It would be like a weird, not Nightcrawler exactly, but I'm just imagining an experience that becomes Nightcrawler-ish.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's
I want
great.
it.
Thanks, Anissa. That's a funny one.
Kill Chow.
All right. Let's check in with the
with the
people
people
here.
With our peeps.
Nothingness is saying it's for Marvel. Ultron would be a good horror movie. See, that's what I mean. In terms of, like Age of Ultron, that would have benefited if you didn't make him funny, which I did find charming at the time, admittedly.
I got no strings.
At the same time, though, when you did the Ultron stuff, whenever you were checking in with Ultron, if you actually had a real horror touch to it, that would have made Age of Ultron a million times better.
Yeah.
There's a version of the stream that we could have titled Movies That Would Have Been Better If You Added Horror.
Yeah.
And Age of Ultron is one of them.
Age of Ultron
if you
is
added
very much
horror,
one of them,
it would have been better.
Because then think of how much more triumphant Vision would be.
Yes.
Because Vision would be like the light in the darkness.
So you get it?
Yeah, man. I'm all for this. Call Kevin Feige up and tell him he's stupid.
You get it? He gets it?
He's stupid. Kevin Feige, not me. Being John Malkovich.
Alistair Campbell is saying, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, directed by Jordan Peele. Actually, it would be a great David Fincher one to do.
Ooh.
An investigative murder story. Yeah.
But with tunes.
With tunes. Yeah.
I want to see David Fincher have to tackle that territory.
Starring Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Starring Brad Pitt, get Robert Downey Jr. back in a dramatic role. Yeah.
You know, let's see what else do we have here? Harry Potter as horror. They kind of have their horror touches throughout.
Yeah, which always makes me sad that during Halloween time they don't do like a Nocturne Alley thing at Universal where they have like Death Eaters on stilts and Dementors and stuff. You know,
when I put in the when I installed Peacock the other day to watch Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, they said Halloween, Hogwarts Halloween or something like that.
Yeah.
Of like the Harry Potter movies they selected to watch during Halloween. And it was all the Harry Potter movies. I was like, you should just call this the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
Like, this is every Halloween. Every Harry Potter movie.
They are increasing their traffic by clever use of alliteration.
Let's see right here.
Yeah, truly. I mean, like the Harry Potter movies do lend themselves, so I guess in a tangential way.
Don't worry, we'll get to everyone. But I want to make sure, because Chase, we did miss yours. It's not popping up here. John, where did his go? Do you see it? I screenshotted it, and now I can't find it.
No, I don't see it.
John, what happened? John, I'm scared.
It's okay, Greg. We're gonna get through this together.
I'm scared, John.
As darlings,
I'm scared.
as friends. Let's check one of the other screens.
Oh my God, I'm
Let's
looking
see.
at photos of myself right now. You guys can't see this.
Yeah. Oh, you're in a little thingy. You're in a thing. Hey. Oh. Well, I mean, Lewis, I think sent it again.
Just find the screenshots to make sure. I don't like the idea that we're losing screenshots on
I
the computer.
don't like. All right.
There we go.
This
This
should
is a
tell.
much smarter idea. Switch it to date. There, he's right there.
There
Okay.
we go.
So, Lewis, I want to make sure you sent it. You said you sent in a super chat about 20 minutes ago, but it never showed up in the chat. You've been charged. Oh, it doesn't even say what it is. All right.
Yeah. It's just
Well, put the comment back in there.
All right. So we can either go back to the super chat menu or we can jump to Lewis really quick because I see his right here.
All right. What do you say? He said, let's try again.
Here, let's bring up the screen. So
right.
we'll pop you in and everything. We'll give you the full treatment. It's gonna look a little janky because this is coming from the chat. But
we didn't need to do all this.
we didn't need to do. We're just gonna read it.
This is so confusing.
We're just gonna read it because
He's
YouTube's
really trying to make you feel special for missing this.
want-
and the effort is really much appreciated, but now it's just looking like a clusterfuck.
But it is a cluster of Fs. All right. I'm just using the regular.
you
There
can't
we
panic.
go. Let's try again.
He said a horror set in the Avatar: The Last Airbender world where a house of crazed benders torment a group of non-gender teens. Holy crap.
Wow.
That
would be hardcore.
I don't know if anyone that's absolutely horrifying, dude.
Is that because what are they all
let
bald
me
or
repeat
something?
this if you guys can't see the comment. A horror set in Avatar: The Last Airbender world where a house of crazed benders torments a group of non-gender teens.
The last part is so specific, I feel like I'm missing something.
I've only seen 3 episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I'm having a little bit of a difficult time fully wrapping my head around this idea. But from what I've seen in the show, that sounds...
Oh,
like
no, non-bender. He said there's a follow-up that got hidden because of the word shit.
Yeah, I was like, shit, what's with the non-gender?
Shit, non-gender was meant to be non-bender. That seems really bad.
You guys can't see this on screen, but he clarified
All right.
non-bender.
All is forgiven. I'm not going to try and show
That
it
would
to
have been
you.
so awkward.
No, I will.
That makes way more
I
sense.
will show you. You are
So
exonerated.
it's just this really
Right
evil
here it
side of
says,
the benders.
Yes. So evil deranged benders go and just, wreak havoc on
Yes.
poor non-bender folk.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's
That
a
would
really
be
dark comment that we've been hunting down.
I feel like that is a template that you could use is take anything that involves like a group of powered people that has various factions and just what happens. Like you could do that with Harry Potter is if you just had a movie that's all about muggles, except now there are Death Eaters descending upon them. Like that could be a horror movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, non-gender.
Wow. Okay, that's crazy. Lego Apocalypse from Death Star Kitty in the chat. That does sound
Yeah,
fun.
Lego, this is the end.
All right. So
They should make.
did that
We
one?
should go. Yeah, scroll a bit upward. Michael B. Pandemic Jones, not yet.
No,
there
here
we go.
Who's that? Read it, John.
Jambos.
Jambos. Should we punch this
Jambos.
in a little more?
We should punch it.
John, what happened? Fix me.
Every time you adjust something, it's not you. Every time the thing adjusts, it like completely remixes the
Boom.
the
All
scale. All right, Home Alone. 30 years later.
Just so surprised at Avatar. That one typo.
Yeah, and I was sitting there
Lewis's
thinking.
just made it like, this sounds mean.
I was sitting there thinking, okay, this is so again specific. But it's got to be a typo. I just couldn't imagine how, and I feel like the answer was right under my nose.
I was also surprised that Rosie was also like hunting us down to make sure not hunting us down, but really making sure that we saw it.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you gonna stand for this?
Jam boots. Yeah. Home Alone.
30 years later.
30 years later, OG cast
Horror comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Home Alone seems to be the most
Home Alone.
It's been Robin Williams movies, a wide filmography of Robin Williams, and different iterations of horror that you can do of Home Alone.
Yeah, man, it's gonna happen now. It's so in the cultural consciousness that it's only a matter of time.
Let me add on to this, Jam Boost. Thank you for the super chat. I would say that it would be cool to see Home Alone, this 30 years later version, but also have the cast from Red Letter Media star in it, since they collab
They're
together
buddies,
a lot.
Yeah, they can be the new Wet Bandits.
They could be the new, or they could be like, they could be something.
They could be something.
Pandemic Jones.
Pandemic Jones.
Oh, this is what you mean. I just saw one of your comments in the chat here saying how you were that we already said yours. Picture a but thank you anyway. Picture a Harry Potter film. You can make an argument that they definitely go through some scary things in the movies, yeah.
Yes, they do.
But a hoarding wizarding world would be dope, in my opinion.
No,
you could do one that's like
absolutely agree.
Escape from Azkaban.
Yeah, or just like anything that's like super.
Hi, Ricky. Welcome to the chat.
Super rooted in the world
Anime
of the
world in here.
Death Eaters. Yeah, and Harry Potter horror anime.
Well, a horror anime of Harry Potter.
Think of the possibilities,
so good.
especially
that would be
with
so good,
especially with how incredible like the marriage of drawn or at least traditional looking animation with CG lately. Like I watched an episode of Demon Slayer the other day that had like mind blowing effects that would lend themselves so well to magic. Like
that would be brilliant.
It would be
anime
great.
horror of Harry Potter.
That's the next
They
thing.
gotta get that done, man. That'd be great.
I want more anime adaptations of stuff that's
Like the
that's
Dementors, like TM is saying,
Yeah, dude, Dementors and all the like there are you got Nocturne Alley. Like there's so many like devices and trinkets and just trappings and creatures in the Harry Potter world that are dark.
Yeah. All right, so what do we got next here?
I'm surprised. Like if they're making the trench for Aquaman, they can do a Harry Potter side quest.
I haven't seen Eric Horseman even talking with anyone in the chat. Hope he's all right.
Eric, are you drunk yet?
Well, I'm just noticing that I haven't even seen him like popping in his name popping.
Eric, he's watching Blind Manor.
He's probably watching Blind Manor.
He's
for
watching
a
Blind
time.
Manor.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't have time to listen to you guys.
The Juicy Bandit is saying, I love to see Pixar movies with horror themes. Like Toy Story would be ideal, or possibly Monsters, Inc. with a realistic, gritty take. It's funny how much Pixar does kind of lend themselves to horror. You got Coco, which could definitely be horror, dealing with the afterlife, trying to find it could be like What Dreams May Come in the Hell sequence, another Robin Williams movie. Or it could be, or Monsters, Inc. I mean, part of the fun is that they're not actually scary, but if you did a version of that where you could have like that when it's actually supposed to be monster scares, you make it actually scary.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty neat version of it.
Or like they're not just trying to collect screams to power their society. They want to actually eat these kids.
Or if you did a Toy Story movie, but the whole thing is Sid's perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
You capture it all from Sid. Whoosh, the toys are moving.
Yeah.
Like, did that toy move? And the toys come to life at the end. They have him trapped. They're trying to kill him. He breaks out.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's just overpowered by all the toys around.
He's banging on the window, trying to get to his neighbor Andy.
Andy! I swear! Now, riddle me this.
You're Woody's trying to kill me. Yeah.
I have a Toy Story question. Like, there are a lot of logical rules I think you could poke at for Toy Story, especially in the light of Toy Story 4. But I have one major question, which is toys come to life. And I feel like there's a relatively thin line between a lot of toys that are, the likenesses to human beings and, for example, like a statue of somebody. So, like, would a statue come to life in the Toy Story world? Like, if you had a paperweight that looked like Edgar Allan Poe, would it come to life? Because technically it's not a toy, but it's also just a small trinket made of material that's, like, amusing and implies some sort of slight narrative. Do you see where I'm going with this?
I see where you're going.
What are the rules?
This is how we keep the live stream on track.
Yes.
With off-topic.
With off-topic music.
Can we question the rules of Toy Story for the next few minutes?
That's what the topic implies.
I'm just joking. That was actually great, and I just didn't know what to contribute, so I just made fun of you. You know how I do, John.
I know.
You know how I do. I gotta have something. I just can't end. I just can't go. Good job.
I've decided lately that if Greg's making fun of me, I must have won. This must be a sign of my victory.
That's the way to do it, man. Ricky's asking the chat, the live. What do you guys see when you click on the stream? The live stream. Like, what does it pop up in your feed as? The live stream is just basically like films, franchises, remakes that could be done to infuse horror into movies to make them better or just interesting or even funny.
Anything that you think could be.
Mimi is saying horror Mean Girls. It's called Heathers.
It is. Yeah, if you made Heathers like less sarcastic and more just frightening, yeah. Although I would also venture to say The Craft. The Craft is a lot like that, although you would have to switch the perspective because the thing is, like, they're not the weirdos. If they're the plastics, they're the top of the food chain.
Right.
Mister. Yeah.
Oh, Toy is answering your question. He's saying in Toy Story 4 they explained it with Forky because Woody didn't understand how trash could become a toy. Well, they didn't explain it. It was just more like, how did trash become a toy? Must be the thing you associate. You gotta give feeling. It. Otherwise, toys would just be going banana sandwich all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
They should do a Toy Story during COVID.
Yes, where the toys never get to come to life.
Yeah, they're just trapped in fucking KB toys and shit.
Yeah, they're trapped in stores. They got nothing to do. The ones that are at home are going nuts because the kid's in the room most of the time. Yeah. Torturous Toy Story.
Our ex-Mies is saying an R-rated Hocus Pocus movie for the modern day generation.
Yeah.
Anise is saying, I'm going to chill this week because I got a call from my bank last time. Oh, That's so
No!
that's a-okay.
But
all right?
also
Look,
lol.
It's just that's pretty funny.
It's
And
actually-
we appreciate your support, but anytime you like give a lot, I tend to message Anita afterwards and be like, "Hey, it's okay." So
You don't have to do
so
that.
thank you. I appreciate that.
It's very
Anissa.
appreciated.
Appreciate the heads up. We didn't
But
even
not
need a heads up
expected.
for it. Yeah, it's a-okay. Just love having you here.
Yeah.
Keep talking. I like when the people in the stream keep chatting.
I see somebody said Ghostbusters, but with more horror, and I would like to go one further and say they should make a Luigi's Mansion movie and make it spooky.
Ooh.
Yeah, because
That's how
love
you
that
should just
game.
kick off the Mario franchise. Right away.
Luigi's-
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, we'll do a Luigi movie, then a Waluigi movie, then
And we'll,
a Wario movie.
talk about Mario.
Until
He'll
the
be like
fifth
a
movie.
background character.
Yeah.
And we'll call him Mario, the first Avenger.
Yeah. The fourth movie will be about Toad, then we'll do Princess Peach, and they'll all culminate to go get Mario.
Yes. Let's see here. Niraj Krishnan. Thank you, Niraj. What's up, buddy?
Yes.
While you were sleeping, a Sandra Bullock movie from the 90s. I'm not familiar with While You Were Sleeping. I think you could do The Proposal, though, to add to this.
Oh, yeah.
You could do The Proposal where Sandra Bullock pressures Ryan Reynolds into getting married to her so she could stay in the States and not lose her work and such, and he threatens to fire him if he doesn't do it. You could do The Proposal as like a fucked up workplace thriller.
Yes.
Of a woman forcing a man to marry her.
Yeah.
It could be like Misery, but in the workplace.
Yes. Ooh,
know?
perfect.
See?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, man.
And it's about him. That's the arc of the character. It's him learning to not let his trauma from his mom dictate this situation he's in, and overcome it and stand up and do the right thing and lose his job, send her ass to jail. He becomes it's a male empowerment movie.
Yes. Don't let yourself be taken advantage
by
of.
woman, man.
And yeah, don't let yourself become an object, boy.
Yeah.
You
Men are
stand-
suffering left and right in this.
Don't be objectified by women.
This is the movie we need to do. What the fuck is While You Were Sleeping? It is a hopelessly romantic Chicago Transit Authority token collector is mistaken for the fiance of a coma patient.
Oh boy, that does sound potentially horrific.
That works there too.
Especially if she tries to exert physical ownership over him while he's in a coma.
Yeah.
It'd be creepy.
Damn, that's like a fucked up shit. That's
like
a good one,
fucked up-
Niraj.
Yeah. You could do Overboard as a horror movie. It's like a kidnapping scenario.
All right, guys, let's break away from the horror topic for just 1 minute to talk about this.
Yes.
John, who was saying that? CJW, I think is what it
CJ
says?
with the dubs. CJW.
What would you guys like to see in the HBO Max Green Lantern show? Been watching you guys since 100K.
Aw.
I want them to take all the adult shit that they do from Doom Patrol, all the sex and the swearing, just basically seeing the adult lifestyle of what it's actually like within the core, really seeing the workplace
The day-to-day.
of watching like these different type, like this creature, and they have like a weird fucking sexual relationship where they just can't commit to each other, or a human and a creature. That's what I would want to see is like just a real adult shit go on in the Green Lantern core. Take time to not just be missions and big stakes shit, but really do some adult relationship stuff. Because I think you can get away with that when it comes to like no one really knows Doom Patrol. We can do it. Fuck it. Why the hell not? But you can't do that. You don't imagine that with Green Lantern. And I feel like it would just be such a shocking thing to infuse if you went that adult in the Green Lantern show.
Yeah, dude, take it full advantage of your HBO-ness, and in the process, I want like the whole score to be like cool, acoustic, dark, like outlaw songs and stuff like that. Go full HBO about it.
See, it works, man.
Yeah, and
It's like that's why like Lennon in the chat saying hero-gasm for boys, like boys can get away with it, but I think when you associate that, like there's certain ones your mind won't go there. It's like they have in Doom Patrol he's not part of the original Doom Patrol, but they put him in the show. They have Cyborg, and they go hardcore body horror with him in the first season. They do a lot of like real body horror with him. It's disturbing. It's scary.
I like the sound of that.
And you wouldn't expect that, but to do that with him. And so I think doing this with, just like boobs and stuff. I smell boobs in my fucking Green Lantern show, man.
And I want them to cast Jon Stewart to play Jon Stewart.
Chris Wamoff is saying,
Chris,
I'd love to see the Smurfs get scary. Who the fuck wouldn't want to see the Smurfs
dude.
get scary?
Watch Gargamel go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then all the Smurfs, like, oh, you could do it where, like, Gargamel, they're hallucinations of his. And he's, like, going insane. And the Smurfs are each, like, different fragmented parts of his tortured soul.
I just want to see the plot of It Follows, but with Smurfs.
It Smurfs.
It Smurfs.
Yeah, man, that would work. Just every one of those weird sex ghosts gets replaced by a giant blue.
You know how they have these like
bulbous
Lego version movies
Yes.
of things? I
Like
wanna see
that Ryan was making in The Boys.
Yeah, I want to see I want to see the Smurfs do that, but with adult horror films.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just swap
That's-
out. Just swap out.
Oh. Not porn horror, like not porn adults. just horror films.
Where'd you get that from?
You said adult horror films.
Like horror films for adults.
Yeah, I get you now. I took that a little too far.
Kids shouldn't be watching It Follows. I mean, my kids will.
My kids will. That'll be the first horror movie.
Be like, let's pop on this new streaming.
That'll be our Birds and the Bees
All right,
talk.
kid, this is called Shudder.
Yeah.
Still around. Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah. If you got Amazon.
Hey, Eric, I see his name.
Hey, I see Pedro Jose wants a Doctor Strange's horror. So did we all.
Let's see here. Tim Neal is saying in the chat, how about a psychological horror movie of Sleepless in Seattle where it's slowly revealed that Tom Hanks' character is a serial killer that hunts his victims through his radio show?
Boom.
Boom. Yeah.
I'm down.
You nailed it, buddy. You
Tom
nailed
Hanks.
it.
We need a Tom Hanks
nailed it.
horror movie.
Yeah, it's called Saving Private Ryan.
It's called The Burbs.
It's called Greyhound. Bradley Blitzo, thanks, dude. I think a Scooby-Doo horror comedy or Scooby-Doo murder mystery would be very interesting. What do you guys think? I mean, I don't know about you, but that Scoob movie was not easy for me to sit through. Not gonna lie.
Oh,
couldn't really do it.
Don't let that taint your whole image of the Scooby-Doo
And that's
world
the only Scooby-Doo thing I've ever actually sat through.
as God intended.
But I was into the first 15 minutes when they are doing some like supernatural ghost spooky shit.
Good.
Investigation. And I think if they doubled down on that, like gave Scooby-Doo to Leica, I think you could have a really bitchin' Scooby-Doo horror movie that could actually be scary when it needs to be.
I am about the Leica Scooby-Doo. Also,
Good night, Alistair.
Good night. Oh, you're named after that great guest star from Supernatural. The one who talks like this.
Yeah. John, you talk about Scooby-Doo
dude.
horror, please.
Dude, Scooby-Doo on Monster Island actually kind of scared me as a kid. So I have long been, and that's like a great animated like Halloween time movie. So I would say that, yes, I am all down for a new Scooby-Doo horror comedy. In fact, if they did it Roger Rabbit style, I would like that even better. And, it could be a murder mystery and a horror comedy. Why stop at both? Or don't stop. Be both.
John, you did it. You talked about Scooby-Doo. I'm proud of you. Judas Thundersteel, some of the Scooby animated movies are awesome. You stay word, my friend. The Juicy Bandit back at it again. This is a great one.
Ooh.
This is a great one.
Yes.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids would be an amazing horror film.
Yes.
That is terrifying in concept. It's all about execution because that really is terrifying in concept.
Oh, good night, Mark Leach. It is terrifying in
Good
concept.
night, Mark.
Like, and think of the potential ramifications, like, of making somebody so small so quickly. You know, like, that's got to have like a ton of repercussions on your body.
And then like their teenager kids are they think their parents are gone, and so like the daughter brings home a guy.
Yeah.
Who she's like secretly like doing heroin with.
Yeah.
And, like, banging.
And then it
the
shows how
the parents are watching it like, no, I need to get out of this pillow. I'm stuck in the pillow.
I'm stuck in the cushion underneath both of their pelvises. Yeah, man, it would be awful.
There's
And-
your
and-
Ant-Man horror movie.
Yeah, you just secretly reveal that in the background this whole time the teenagers have been living depraved lives.
How fucking cool would that be, man?
I agree. I'm with it, and I think Rick Moranis should come out of retirement for it.
But I think you can make that a horror comedy, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's scary in concept. It really is.
Oh yeah, because think of all the like horrible things that could try and eat you when you're small. Think of just the bug shit you could do.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids here. And then thank you, buddy. And then we got Chase Gardner who's saying, I love the way this is said. At least this is how I read it. Bad Boys, Will Smith, can have some horror. Put horror in
Yeah,
there. You
you
can
know.
throw some horror. Why not?
No
Just
reason
put
why
some,
not. You know?
Put some horror
Just
in there.
give him a little horror. Maybe
No.
maybe that'll bring him back.
Yeah,
Maybe
put
he
some
needs a little horror.
Men in Black, some horror.
Men in-
Actually, Men in Black would be great
Men
with
in
horror.
Black would be
yeah.
a perfect
Men in
horror
Black,
movie.
the first one actually has some moments that are tense.
Yeah,
And
yeah, and
suspenseful.
kinda like, whoa, what the heck?
And you know they teeter on getting to horror in certain scenes,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you could do that with if they had Men in Black actually be scary,
Yeah, dude.
I think that would be a way. Like it's weird that you can revitalize a lot by just adding fear. If you added fucking like because that makes it exciting.
Yeah.
you know. So if you wanted to continue Men in Black and you made horror a part of it, like actually scary. That would be
Real
I think that would
spooks.
make people excited to check out a Men in Black movie.
Dude.
But so yeah, maybe not Bad Boys. Well, I think Bad Boys could use a little bit more tension. I think perhaps Men in Black out of those franchises that could actually use an infusion of horror.
But think about this. What if the bad boys had to track down Jigsaw? And then they both get put in a trap. And the trap they're together in the trap. So they have to work as a team to get out of the trap and then kill Jigsaw and have a cool, like, you know.
John, that might be one of the best ones. One of the best ones I heard.
I'm here all stream.
T1 is pitching one of the Breakfast Club where they're locked down, trapped in there.
Ooh, yeah. Over an entire weekend of no school.
And then you mix that in with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Honey, I shrunk the
parents.
the students.
Who's that? J. Taro?
J. Edgar Hoover. That is J.
Edgar Hoover.
J. Tavo.
J. Tavo. John, take it away.
A Jack the Ripper-esque slasher set in the wizarding world as a serial killer uses a variety of spells to manipulate and torment people in a London. Dude, yeah.
They had shades of that, kind of.
Kind-
But through London.
You get a glimpse of that
Oh.
like a little bit at the beginning of like the 7th movie or whatever.
But yeah, you can have it where there's a character who's like murdering people, and they need they have a Hogwarts meeting.
yeah.
You know, we need to hunt down whoever this killer is, who's often people using magic. That
Yeah.
actually is not a bad. That's a cool way to do it.
And then you could bring in a new like horror hero who's like all cool because he specializes in like the darkest dark wizards.
I think what would be great for HBO Max to do is a Harry Potter anthology show.
yeah.
That maybe not based on they're following Harry Potter, but you do that way. Not everything needs to be about like a giant deep delve into lore, and
Not
that-
everything has to have a Voldemort.
yeah, not everything needs to be world-ending stakes.
Yeah.
You could do something like that, where it's a one-off of that. But you could really mix it up, where like that way you could do like more contained Harry Potter. So because like there's no way they do a contained Harry Potter movie, But if you did something like this, where it's a lot smaller, like the way how Deathly Hallows Part 1 is the most contained or low scale of them all.
Yeah.
But do it even lower on HBO Max.
Make it really restrained.
Anthology one, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'd be down. Plus, with their effects budgets, they could do magic and stuff a lot.
Well, thank you, buddy. Anissa,
Gracias.
Toy Story, where they are actually immortal vampires that live off of children's joy, a pure nightmare. Oh, if the toys are mortal, do they die? If so, just children, just playing with some dead corpses.
Oh,
Wait
that's
a minute.
one.
I gotta read this again. Toy Story, where they are actually immortal vampires that live off of children's joy. A pure nightmare. How is that a nightmare? Or if the toys are immortal, do they die? If so, just children playing with some dead corpses. So, okay, this sounds like a gothic drama
Yes.
because most kids stop playing with their toys.
Yes.
They usually get bored and move on and get locked away. And if they're emotional vampires and they only are able to stay alive due to the joy that they provide the child, they'd all die. So they'd just be withering away. It would be like the haunting of Andy's manor,
Andy's house.
or something.
haunt.
Of Andy's house, you know.
Yeah, I mean, this is intriguing on two levels. The first one I have a question about, because is it that they feed off the children's joy and they like suck it out of them? So like, or is it just that like by bringing the children joy, they get life force? Because that seems
It's the
like,
only way to do it. They can't just like torture them like child's play.
yeah, because they would never want to play with them, right? So
Yeah,
like,
how can you get joy out of
I
that?
feel like yeah, as a host symbiote scenario, that's pretty. The potential there would be pretty short lived, and then they would die, and then the kids' lives would get better as they play with the corpses. So I guess that's pretty disturbing in and of
the
itself.
toys of our lives.
The toys of our lives. Although I do like the idea of that from the toys' perspective, the toys do have just finite lifespans, and then once they're dead, they are just there's like, oh, I don't know, Slinky. Well, that's actually he is dead, so I'm not going to use that example. Rest in peace, Jim Varney. But you know, yeah, like if one of the toys were to shuffle off in the Toy Story realm, and then they're just playing with like the hollow husk of a toy.
Yes.
Or like, how do the toys feel and understand the idea that they are mass produced and there are many of them?
Ooh.
Like there are a bunch of me that look just like me.
This podcast today is also a Toy Story
It's also
podcast.
probing the existential implications of Toy Story. Discuss. Solve for X.
Before we move on to the next super chat, I do want to shout out Aaron Mitchell's comment really quick that says Batman v Superman versus Resident Evil like zombies. I would have loved,
Parazombie.
you know, in Batman v Superman, how we were all upset.
Yes.
Remember in Batman v Superman how we were all upset? We'll go right back to the super chats in a minute. But remember in Batman v Superman we were all upset about seeing the, you know, like, oh, Wonder Woman teams up, they make Doomsday, and that's how it's going to pretty much go to the finale.
Yeah.
I would love if that was all just a giant CGI marketing mislead. And then you watch the actual movie and it's a fucking bunch of zombies.
A zombie uprising.
And that's that was supposed to be the next movie. You know, that's what they're looking at.
Yeah, dude.
Superman just laser them and it's over.
Well, they're dead anyway, and they just want to eat us.
They're dead.
Yeah.
If these were parademons, this would be a lot harder.
Yeah. Thank God they were only zombies.
But I took care of it all by myself, standing here.
I didn't even have to fly.
It's kind of really cool until you realize Superman could just laser them.
And it would probably be like the least morally difficult challenge in all those movies for him.
Sarah Campbell, what's up, dear?
What it do?
She's saying Weekend at Bernie's.
Dude, I like it because think if you just made it so that they have to, if you really made it a real-time movie where they can't get discovered having this dead guy's body with them, but they need it and they need to move around with it, that could work.
Well, I mean, yeah, if it's actually like trying to give off a smell, he feels cold. You
Yeah.
can have it where you can make it suspenseful.
Yeah.
You can make it really tension-filled.
You could take one of those scenes out of a few movies that do that where it's like somebody's dead in the passenger seat, but they try to play it off like they're just drunk. But a whole movie of that.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
There's a
That's a
really
great call.
funny SNL sketch that basically it doesn't go full horror, but it just like they get discovered for what's happening immediately, and it takes like real repercussions.
John, can you pass me my phone for a sec?
Pretty funny.
I want to see if Olivia's around.
Of course,
Because I have to have her talk about this next
Here
one.
you go. Yeah.
Okay. No, wait. No, she's busy. All right. So,
So.
E.T. From Carl Fron?
Carl.
Cool.
Kauftron.
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 Okay. E.T.
The extraterrestrial.
My girlfriend Olivia refuses to watch E.T. And she is the toughest girl I know. Toughest person I know. Man, woman, whatever you identify as, toughest.
Mm-hmm.
But E.T., for some reason, has just freaked her out since she was a little girl. And so she's never seen it.
Hey, man.
She thinks he's a pedophile.
No, he's not.
She thinks he's like
He
just
doesn't
terrified. I'm like,
he
"But
is
that's
a
kinda thing.
sexless
He's
being."
supposed to be kind of scary, at first, but
E.T.
then you
is-
find out that he's actually the sweetest guy.
E.T.
But she
is
can't
ace.
do it. She
E.T.
can't
is
do it, man.
asexual.
And I think E.T. is just a terrifying person. Like, he is creepy to look at. I mean, think about it. E.T.'s fucking disgusting to look at when you first see him.
Yes.
He's supposed to be kind of off-putting.
He's
You're not supposed to
creepy
see him and be
looking,
like,
yeah.
what an adorable... Like, he's kind of creepy looking.
Yeah, he looks
And
like
then he-
something went wrong.
And then he grows on you after a
Yeah,
while, you
'cause
know?
he's sweet.
But there's something about his skin that looks like human. It looks like like
a melted
It looks like a
person.
human epidermis, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gross.
Yeah.
You just hone in on that first impression
Yeah.
for 90 minutes.
And it's all
The
about.
kid's going, ew, get the fuck away from me, don't touch me.
And then from the other
Get that
side,
finger away.
and then the B plot then is also a story of psychological anguish as E.T. just can't connect to anybody despite the best of intentions.
Scott Pilgrim horror, that would be a good one shooting at
I
CK.
agree.
That is a good one.
Highlander horror, also agree.
Tariq Allen, thanks for being here, dude.
Dude,
The Little
Tariq.
Vampire as a kid. Is that the Jonathan Price movie?
Jonathan Price.
Jonathan Price is the little kid.
I can't imagine Jonathan Price is looking. Jonathan Lipnicki.
Yeah. Lipnicki. All right. Tariq.
Ooh, hi guys.
All right, we're in a writer's room right now. Hi, guys. Here's what I'm thinking. Pulp Fiction and American Beauty. What do you think? Make those horror. Pitch it to me.
Okay.
Oh, American Beauty has subtly really creepy shit throughout. All you got to do is like push up some tones, and then you got a horror movie right
Yeah,
there.
that's a very human horror.
I mean, with just the Kevin Spacey storyline is
You cast Kevin Spacey and make it now.
yeah.
Then it's a horror movie.
And then Pulp Fiction.
It's all from the point of view of the Gimp.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, if you did like a Gimp standalone movie, Gimp Origins,
Gimp Origins.
or Zed, or the
Zed.
Zed team. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I wouldn't want to see that. That'd be disturbing.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't want to see that.
yeah.
Knowing what they do just alone in Pulp Fiction,
It'd be just
I don't
like
want
a-
to see what led them down that path. Never mind.
I don't wanna
It would
see-
be a horror movie, but I don't want to see
world.
it. Yeah.
We already have like Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. We
Yeah.
don't need to do more of that.
I quickly took that back once I realized where that origin was headed towards.
But clearly, if
up,
you want to
Kevin
make a
Shepard?
splash, that's the one you greenlight.
And then going off that ET comp from earlier, Acadillo saying my brother used to own an ET life-size doll, so I threw it down the laundry chute every time I saw it because of how terrifying it was. Say.
Say.
And T1 is saying, let's see an animated adaptation of Batman Vampire.
Ooh.
Batman v Dracula.
Dude, I want to see a live-action Batman who laughs. I really, really, really do.
I could see my Zed spinoff is not going the way people want it to go.
Zed's dead, baby.
And Cinema Gorilla, American Beauty, another Spielberg DreamWorks crew weird thing. Yes, it is.
Oh, that's right.
Absolutely.
And Alan Ball, the creator, at least show creator of True Blood.
All right. And then just making sure here. Give us 1 sec, guys.
1. That's all we ask. And it's done now. Ooh, I like the eyeballs and the balloon, Jane Doe. That's cool. Is that an It reference or just a something spookums?
Let's see here.
Mr. Beast, but in horror. Sausage Party, the food eat the people when they take them home.
While I'm refreshing this, I saw this movie last night that was really great. The Trial of Chicago 7 as a horror movie. The Trial of Chicago 7. Highly recommend it. It's a wonderful. I've been watching more Netflix movies now than ever, and it's actually a really. It was really great. Really loved it. It was
Aaron
awesome.
Sorkin.
Aaron Sorkin, Sacha Baron Cohen steals the show, and Yahya Abdul Mateen, fucking great.
Ooh, he should act.
He should act.
He should act.
He should do a movie once in a while. What the fuck is he doing with his life?
Get out there.
He is
I've seen him in so many things he's great in. Why isn't he in more movies?
He is in so many things now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's in so many things.
Zed and the Gimp spinoff directed by Rob Zombie. I'm about it. Daniel Condren.
McArnold Richards Great Train. They should bring Terminator back to being a horror movie, and then you might get some seats in the theater again when the theaters open up again.
I feel like that's the biggest mistake they've made, or one. Actually, no. It's one of the many mistakes they've made is to alleviate the horror elements out of the later installments. Although I'll give one thing I will give Salvation is that there are a couple moments in there that are genuinely unsettlingly creepy.
Fuck Salvation. Fuck it right in the face. I don't like that movie at all.
In the eyes.
Can never do it.
In the ears.
What's this Peter one they're shouting out? Batman Who Laughs would be awesome horror.
Yes.
Ooh,
yes,
I like that.
I want it.
Okay. And then, Top Dog 721, an actual horror Resident Evil movie. I know we got a lot of crap on that Monster Hunter video. Here's how I know. I saw the likes and dislikes. I haven't read a single comment from that video. Or I might have read like the first few that came in, but I didn't read any hate comments. But I know because I'm like, guys, this guy did Resident Evil. What the fuck's everyone so excited about this movie for?
Well, and from what I gather from looking a little closer at the game, it's not like about the military and getting trapped. It's like prehistoric and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Told you.
It's not.
I was like, I bet this is not accurate.
I was gonna say it looks like it looked to me like the stereotype of what you would do to like make a video game accessible to now instead of just making the thing that it was, that made people like it.
Tristan just said Spider-Man, but like the fly body horror. There is a storyline where he grows 6 arms.
Do like a man
it's
spider.
It's fucking disturbing just chill in a kid show. It's disturbing to look at there.
Dude, I want
Imagine
David Lynch's man spider.
I know. David Cronenberg's.
Yeah. Let's get all the Davids: David Lynch, David Cronenberg, and David Fincher.
David Sandberg?
David Sandberg and David F. Sandberg.
David Henry?
And David Henry, director of This Is the Year.
David Duchovny?
David Duchovny?
He's directed episodes of maybe Californication or X-Files?
David Strathairn maybe has directed? Who knows?
Jesus. John.
Oh, see, Judas Thundersteel didn't like the Monster Hunter trailer, so we're okay.
We're okay, as long as Judas didn't like it.
Yeah, at 2, Judas.
What Judas don't like, we don't like.
We don't like.
All right, so what do we got? Eric Horseman, what's up, buddy?
Eric. Not sure if anyone said this yet, but Weekend at Bernie's as a zombie horror. Funny you should say
That's
that.
how you do it.
They don't expect him to wake up.
Yes. That's how you do it.
Yes.
That's great because we just riffed on how you could do like a refined suspenseful version of Weekend at Bernie's. But if you want to make a horror,
oh my god,
they don't realize he's actually becoming a zombie.
Partway through, they think it's working, and then they realize it's working a little too well.
That's great.
And that's how the outbreak starts.
Where'd you leave him? I didn't leave him. I thought what are you talking about?
Somebody take him? And then at first they're like, did somebody swipe our dead body?
And then they start becoming more other people start becoming zombies.
Yes. And they're all wearing a frumpy hat and sunglasses.
That's funny, man.
Yes.
I love that one.
Are
you wedding that? This? No? Sorry.
No.
We have a mist thing on because it gets really hot in here.
Yeah, we're just raising the humidity. But it doesn't feel like it's got a wet.
I
it's
love
not
that,
sweaty.
Eric. I really love that.
I am a Buddha. I'm a Buddha.
On what you call a fucking Buddha. Stop or my mom will shoot horror movie.
Dude.
All right, but who do we got here? Oh,
Isn't
that's
that a
why I
Blake
can't
Snyder
put that
joint?
in. All right, Alan Smithy.
What's up, dudes?
Thanks, Alan Smithy.
Hells yeah. Let's do A Bug's Life, but with more insectoid horror. One character gets caught by a spider, wrapped up and sucked dry. Various bugs will get crushed under people's shoes. Heimlich the caterpillar gets his abdomen stuffed with wasp eggs.
Ooh, and is there more here? Okay, no, there's another one he has. All right.
Oh boy, that would be horrifying.
Because I remember as a kid watching A Bug's Life, whenever they cut to the grasshoppers scared me. They were terrifying.
They're pretty
and then the
freaky
finale
looking,
when it's like fucking raining, and you got Hopper is like ready to kill them, and like I could crush your head. That's scary.
Yeah, when he's got his head underfoot.
Bug's Life.
Yeah, and you can imagine it because you've crushed a bug. You could.
Or that's part of our stream for secret horror movie.
Secret horror movie is A Bug's Life.
Really, movies that are secretly horror movies.
True, because I mean, in that I don't know what the true life, interaction between ants and grasshoppers is, but truly like a bigger.
Yeah, let's make it as realistic as possible.
A bigger, more predatory, insect than you, like with all the control and power. That is a horror movie.
Let's really study how insects. the
Hey.
relationships are.
There's some nasty things in the insect
From our
world.
research, we've never seen a caterpillar, a ladybug, and an ant team up together to fight grasshoppers. We cannot make this movie.
I guess I was a little off base. I guess I was
What'd
a little.
you do?
I don't know what I did. That's what I did. I did something wrong. But Alan Smithy's got even more ideas. Let's make all the Beethoven movies into Cujo movies.
Okay.
Beethoven gets bitten by a bat, becomes a rabbit, and terrorizes Charles Grodin, Bonnie Hunt, and the kids, trapping them in the house and taking them out one by one. But it can start as a cute family movie.
What are Beethoven movies?
Beethoven is that big, he's a Saint Bernard dog, and, it's one of those movies where, like, the family gets a dog, and the dog causes all kinds of hijinks, but the kids are really endeared to the dog, but then the family's like, I think we gotta get rid of this
So it's like
dog.
a genre?
Well, they
Or is
just
that-
made so
or-
many
Oh,
of
like
them,
Beethoven
yeah.
was a franchise.
Yeah, it's a franchise
okay.
of dog
Surprised I
movies.
never heard of it.
Yeah. It's like Air Bud, but with no sports.
Yeah, not familiar with that one.
Mm-hmm. Air Bud could be a horror movie, like what if we learned to do other things? What if Air Bud got tired of
Bud gets all the buds together and murders everyone.
Yeah, instead of learning how to shoot balls, they learn how
Yeah.
to throw knives and axes.
You love these old 90s microphones, Vic. I just happen to catch your comment right now. Yeah,
Thanks.
we do, man. I mean, other people are more professional. We actually have this stand here.
It's
that
like
we could-
arm
we
thingy.
could put the mic on, one of them on. We just need another one. But I don't know. I feel a little bit limited. This feels very, very old school.
It feels old
holding
school.
a microphone.
And I feel like
What-
it does add a certain level of like, well, okay, I'm occupied by at least one thing to sort of be a ground wire for the energy.
And normally I'm like moving around, standing and shit.
Yeah.
Like I eventually do that pretty early on the stream, but today I've kind of just been sitting here. I don't want to move from this chair. I'm really comfortable in this chair
It's
right
okay.
now.
We can get some like microphone arm things that like latch onto the sides of the desk and just like wheel them into our mooths.
By the way, hashtag Hispanic Heritage Month.
Heritith.
Did I say Heritage?
Heritith.
Heritage Month.
Heritith.
Hashtag Hispanic Heritage Month.
man.
Hashtag Hispanic Heritage Month.
If you're celebrating, sound off in the comments.
Scream Queen Anissa.
Scream Queen Anissa. Let's hear your best scream.
Yeah, let's scream really loudly into the mics.
No, just
as high pitched as possible.
Just Anissa.
And let's see if it doesn't bother anyone.
Especially those of you in headphones.
Yeah, let's see how much they appreciate it.
Mm.
You can just lower the volume later.
Heck, you can lower it right now.
If you think about it, 50 First Dates is already a horror movie where a guy doggedly stalks a woman. You see, this is what I mean. Cancel culture allows no room for romance anymore.
Hey, there is a thin line between romance and creepiness, and that thin line is literally, I kind of like you. That's it. You can get away with a lot of kind of creepy on I kind of like you.
There's already a horror movie where a guy doggedly stalks a woman, incapable of remembering anything about him. He orchestrates an endless string of creepy meet cutes and manipulates her into falling for him.
Oh my God.
I mean, he doesn't just manipulate her into falling for him. He manipulates her every single day.
We
have an 18-year-old son in Harvard now. You went to the meeting. Every morning, this video I make you watch gets longer and longer. And I am spending every day editing and exporting this new video for you.
Our family members have mostly died. This has been going on for so many years.
They did, actually, on Drew Barrymore's YouTube channel, they did a reunion. I don't know if it's a YouTube channel or actual talk show she has, but she has a channel for it, account for it on YouTube. They did a skit of like Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, and like she got into the makeup of her, of like an updated one, and they're making fun of like how things could have gone wrong. I'm like, you guys could have gone way crazier with this.
Oh,
this
the
task
possibilities
is
are
literally
endless.
impossible. You cannot pull this off.
Plus, if he got tired of it, he could take a break for a day and have Rob Schneider do it, and there would probably never be any difference to be told from that.
But yeah, I would say, yeah, no, I agree with you. It already is a horror movie, but I mean, it's creepy in like context.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to tell people what this. If I were to tell someone what this every day he visits this woman trying to get her to fall in love with him, and he keeps finding out more and more information about her, and she does just on the dates part. You know, just on the dates part.
Yeah.
That's just creepy.
Oh goodness, my mind is
You
reeling.
can manipulate every day. He could do something terrible.
Yeah, he could pin a crime on her.
He could do the worst. He could yell at her and call her the worst names ever.
He could misbehave to the umpteenth degree.
And then the next day,
leave it out.
never talk about it again, and no one would ever know.
Mm-hmm. It's this personal human playground of the mind right there.
And we know Adam Sandler has a temper.
He does. Reportedly.
He keeps saying, Jeremy, stop copying me. What did Jeremy say? A dog's purpose where he Jeremy, stop copying me, and I'm going to read Jeremy's comment. A dog's purpose where he possesses other dogs, killing the owners until he is finally back with the original owner.
Oh, golly.
Hey, not bad, man.
Oh, golly.
All right.
Damn, I had something popped into my mind, but now it's gone.
Per usual.
Yep, everything I say has gone from my mind.
Forrest Gump.
Alan Smithy.
Alan Smithy, thank you. Forrest Gump. John, you take this one. Take it away. John, make
Forrest
me happy.
the Gump is a serial killer. He gets a taste of murder after killing Jenny's horrible father. He secretly follows Jenny, killing the men in her life as they wrong her. Life is like a box of chocolates. Looks like your box is empty. Headshot. Oh, that clinched it for me.
That's why he's named Alan Smithy.
You're not gonna put your name on that.
That was
movie.
the original pitch for Forrest Gump. When they were looking for writers.
You know, I want this movie.
They're like, we'll buy it from you, but we're not going with that.
This would be perfect because you could do it like Maniac, but you could have it where like the person he loves is not just the only bright spot in his life. It's literally the motivation for all these people that he's killing.
Yeah.
Is to protect this person that he loves.
All right.
And in POV first person.
Flev Dorin. Thank you. Thank you, Flev. One of our patrons, too.
Yeah,
Thank
buddy.
you, Flev.
Much
Thank
appreciated.
you, Flev.
Thank you, Flev.
Thank you, Flev. Thank you, Flev.
Flev. Thank you, Flev.
Most Disney classics can easily be horrors or darker Grimm's Brother films, since some of them are inspired by their work. Did you know in the original ending for The Fox and the Hound, the hound kills the fox, and then the owner of the hound is like, all right, no use for you anymore, and then just shoots the dog?
I thought that's horrible.
I think they should remake Fox and the Hound. Like the live
it's
action.
on my list.
Do the live action version of Fox and the Hound, like
Yes.
the Disney live action, and do it completely faithfully until that moment. So the whole 90 minutes is
And
like,
then it becomes
God,
The Mist.
Disney's fucking do something creative, do something unique. Why the fuck do you just do these shot for shot remakes? And then bam.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Why? Why is this still rated
this now
PG?
The Mist?
Yeah.
When did Frank Darabont get in the room? I thought you were gonna say that they made the hound eat the fox or something like that.
Oh no, that's bad, John. What I'm talking about is passable PG content.
Yes, this is for kids. Remember, I'm trying to hit that shoonin'.
John is Hispanic. He's celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month.
I have played a Mexican.
He's 45 years old.
And I was born in Juarez.
Scream Queen Anissa.
Onward is technically, if you think about it, going into the horror realm. Was it just me? Or did it also kind of remind you of Supernatural with Sam and Dean trying to bring their dad back?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the Winchester boys.
Actually, Onward in some ways is a slight... It seems like you could be like it's inspired by Supernatural.
It's
Brothers trying to get their father back?
in a world where all the magical creatures exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Making
agree.
deals with magical realms in order to do so.
Well, you could do Onward scary. You could even do that live action. Onward is one you can make live action. Just it would be expensive as fuck, and then you'd can't practical effects everyone. It's either you practical effects everyone or no one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, gone are the days
Right.
of like, slightly
great.
made up extras.
My name is He's saying, who are these people? I just searched live right now. Well, I'm Akasan.
And I'm Tyrone Magnus.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
Thanks
to
for
meet
being
you.
here. My name is Name. Glad to see you here.
And we're going to react to some cat videos.
We're going to react to some cat. That's what Akasan does.
Yep.
And that's what Tyrone does.
Yeah.
All his cat videos have
Good
been their
mythical
new
morning to
market
you.
to corner. Okay. All right.
All
So
right.
then Eric was here. Eric
Eric.
Horseman. Thanks, buddy. Thank you for such a big one, too. Thomas the Tank Engine is a killer train because he is creepy looking as fuck. LOL Bradley.
Oh,
Okay.
I got to watch your video. Bradley just made a video about the creepiness of the newly redesigned Thomases or something like that.
What?
There's something about Thomas.
John,
I'm butchering
type in new scary Thomas. No, it's on YouTube. Yeah, or just something.
Scary Thomas.
Yeah, we got it. Okay, that can't be
That
real.
can't be real.
All right. well,
Thomas the Tank Engine. Go to that one, and then I'll type in 2020 on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay.
Does he look different?
A Day Out with Thomas. Is that what it is? USA
yeah.
Calendar 22. Oh my God, his eyes are really
Like
popping.
this guy?
Is that the one?
Is that the one we're talking about?
His eyes are super popping.
No, there is like a pervy thing about him.
He does look overly pleased.
Yeah.
He looks a little too pleased.
I'm gonna ram some trains
Usually the caboose goes on the back, but not tonight.
He gets. Actually, I would love to see Eric Horseman. I would love to see a Thomas. I know this would be perfect since you're such a big Bly Manor fan and Mike Flanagan fan. Thomas the Tank Engine. He's on the railroad, right? And then suddenly he runs out of gas.
Oh no.
And he's stranded.
Oh no.
Because Thomas was trying to escape from something, but we don't know what.
His dark past.
We don't know what.
Yeah.
And then he's suddenly confronted by other members of his family, ghosts, and you start learning like what led him down this railroad. He's trapped. It's like Gerald's Game.
Look at those. Look
Damn,
at those.
there's a fucking Sopranos poster right there.
No
shit.
What an odd. Oh,
Creepy.
Thomas.
Creepy.
Oh, Hank, you suck, Hank. All right.
Well, maybe we should have shown his comment. Now we don't know why. A guy named Hank came here to say you guys suck, and then
damn, can I unhide it?
Nah, it's okay.
All right. I'm
And
gonna
then he's got
reinstate
nothing
it.
else better to do with his time because he's a fucking loser. So he's like, I'm just gonna go here.
I'm gonna pin the
Yeah.
message now.
So
There you
yeah.
go. Hank's pinned.
He can't find anything else to do productively, so
Yeah.
he conforms here. That's the way it goes with those kind of people,
All righty. Flevy D.
I mean, fuck you, man. Fuck you. What the fuck, dude?
No, it's all right. He wins. Hank Wright wins. He's the pin comment.
Flev Doran, it's been fun. Got to do that sleep thing I talked about earlier. Stay safe, guys. Thank you, Flev. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Hey, look at that.
Pearl Harbor
Have
is
a
a
good
horror
night.
movie. Sweet Nan Nan in here. Hello,
My
Sweet Nan Nan.
Nan.
Happy Friday, y'all. Coming in late, and it's a weird one, but I would pay to see Harold and Kumar. Oh, that's
Yes.
great. That's
Yes.
great. I would pay
want
to see
it.
Harold and Kumar in a haunted house or demon possession horror.
Mhm.
That is perfect.
Yes,
You
I
should
think
do one
so.
where they swap bodies. But you could do one in a haunted Harold and Kumar horror adventure one would be perfect.
Yeah, where they don't know if they're tripping or if they're actually seeing premonitions and apparitions.
I mean, they did Christmas. Why don't they do like a Halloween one?
yeah, man, they have a built-in excuse now to do any holiday they want.
And
Halloween would be perfect.
And the first one got like creepy at one point when they go to that guy's house with the poppin' zits and shit.
yeah.
That was like creepy and kind of it was like unsettling, right? So you could do
Yeah.
like a full blown horror Harold and Kumar version, right?
Harold and Halloween. Harold and Kumar Halloween.
Scream Queen and Nisa.
Hey, Nanny McVie, where she ends up murdering the entire family and just moving on to the next house afterwards.
Hello, Brendan. Welcome here.
I thought you could do this as well with Mary Poppins. I think that could work.
Nanny McPhee, where she ends up murdering the entire family and just moved on to the next house afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay, I get what
She's
you mean.
a serial
She
nanny.
poses herself as like this trustworthy nanny.
Yeah. But instead, she's just a murderess.
I actually really like that.
Yeah, it could work. They like take her in. At first, they're like, "No, she's a little strange, but whatever. She's British."
But then the last family is the one that figures out that she's probably a killer, so the kids become the heroes.
Yeah, they turn the
and
tables.
then the dad's like, "You kids are crazy. She's a nanny.
Stop beating up on your nice, caring nanny.
We pay her good money, which is nothing. She's asked for nothing. But, but man, no, she would have no ulterior motive here.
Nope.
She just does this out of the kindness of her heart.
That's right. Money is no good where she's from.
John is dating Grace Randolph.
Oh, no, that wasn't supposed to get out.
Tell Cosmic Culture. There'll be an article about it soon.
Yeah.
Break it to Cosmic Wonder. He'll hear about it soon. Tell Emergency Awesome.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone?
Grace,
We're here today to talk about how this news report recently came out that Real Rejects John Humphrey is actually in a secret relationship with Beyond the Trailers Grace Randolph. Here's the top 10 what the fuck moments. What the fuck number 10?
Grace,
now from the Snyder Cut. So, all right, I guess we'll talk about that.
Grace, will you marry me? Well.
Mortal Kombat Horror. I think the new one will be having a little bit of that.
Oh, definitely. With all the horror characters they're adding in.
All right, what time are we at?
We are at 6:36 on
All
the
right,
clock.
We'll wrap up soon, guys.
And
we'll
we did 6:13 on the Streamlab just now, but let's see where we are.
Okay. How? Oh, whoa. Okay, we're not too behind then.
I don't think so. Not on the Streamlabs.
I'm just
We
refreshing
might be on
everything.
the Super Chats, but not on the Streamlabs.
John, don't fall behind on the comments as
I
they're coming
shan't.
in.
Dude.
Handle it while I refresh everything. Talk to the people.
Alrighty. Ooh, Sweeney Todd mixed with 50 Shades I actually think would make that much more interesting. I would love to see Thomas the Tank Engine as a ghost train. Or as like a have a Poirot murder mystery with Kenneth Branagh on board Thomas the Tank Engine. And like do a mashup there. Raccadillo, why are you explaining who we are? Who doesn't know?
Because my name is here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no, let us handle our pitch for ourselves. I appreciate you stepping in, Raccadillo. It helps more when other people speak for you.
Yeah.
It does.
This is dated to My Love Life with Grace Randolph.
We do reactions, then we do commentary after the reactions. We don't just say subscribe right away. We try to bring a smile to your face at least once a day. Every once in a while, we'll do like random skits and sketches. We do reviews, and like this live stream is essentially our podcast for today. And we'll do like discussions and whatever, but that's just us. So I really do hope that since you stumbled upon this stream today, that you might consider subscribing. Your vote means a lot.
So get to that ballot box.
Get to that ballot box and cast your vote.
We're closer than ever
subscribe.
before in the polls.
It's a really complicated thing.
All we need
Take
is
a chance on us.
your donation.
I feel like people think that we can stand out a little bit different from other reactors from time to time, which I really appreciate, especially because of the commentary. But, everyone, as long as you stick true to your personality, you do present a unique edge. So I feel like all reactors can be unique in that way. But, we like to do our thing. One of the only reactors that compete in the movie trivia schmodown. Only reactor that goes on movie fights. So, we got a bit of a reputation.
Look at that.
But, yeah, we mainly react. That's about it.
Also,
that's all we do.
I hope you're enjoying that bowl of garlic bread because I'm jealous of you.
Okay, John, let me refresh this one more time.
Oh, do it.
I think we're good to go.
Young Trip, I've seen it before in the chat, but I also am seeing it now. Mad Max, I feel like you could totally... There's tons of horror. Like, it's already kind of horrific in the way a lot of the characters behave, but there's got to be some, like, really spooky shit in that universe. Wait, hold on. We got another legend. Wait
Young
for
Trip,
it,
what's
Derry.
up, buddy?
You suck as well, so I'm going to pin your comment to the top of the chat.
There you go.
Yeah, stop.
He's joking. He was joking.
Guys, okay, never mind. Hank Wright staying then.
John.
Sorry.
You give too much. You're trying to people please too much.
I didn't mean it.
Don't follow in my footsteps.
There is a lot of naked Greg on this channel, Jerry Garza. There is some pretty.
There's one where I'm pretty naked. There's one where you see my ass from a few years ago.
And it's
and
on
you see
YouTube.
my pubes.
Yep.
That video is age restricted.
That's a real shame. It's a real crime.
That's one where I'm like, YouTube, I'm not gonna complain about this.
I'm not gonna fight you so that young people can see my ass.
I think you judged wisely on this one.
Oh, Richard Bentley, we suck the best. And it's okay, Legend. You are a beautiful soul.
John, you're hurting my ego.
Oh, dude, Cinema Gorilla loves us and Grace Randolph, and that's just a love.
Gotta block
festival.
anyone who's even disagrees with us.
Yes, we gotta. Anyone who disagrees with our opinions, who has anything to say about the channel itself.
My favorite skits are the ones when I do a skit and then people, even if it's like a little bit, like a bit. When I say like a little bit, like the Black Widow one yesterday.
Yeah, that's a bit. That's a skit.
I mean, there were people, especially when I posted on Instagram, I was like, damn, some of these people don't realize I didn't, like, they think I actually just had a camera recording, just set up, ready to record. And I just walk into this room at any given moment, 24 hours a day, just to yell at my camera.
There's an omniscient perspective waiting for you, just
Like,
for wherever you decide you're going to start addressing
the possibility of this. Yeah.
That is an interesting thing, though.
That's my favorite ones where people get mad.
That is a magical, like, when you forget that this took time to set up and that there had to have been a shot prepared.
Yeah. Why are you unsubscribing, Anissa?
Anissa,
look
what
what you've started, John.
I didn't mean it.
Look what you've started.
Anissa.
Because you gave so much love to these people.
Don't worry. I know there's something coming up in the super chats that I'm aware of, and don't worry. I'm going to make your night with some vocal.
Look what you did. You changed the whole vibe of the stream now.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't
John.
mean to ruin the stream. This is the true horror of
This
the
is
podcast.
the horror happening
What if
right
this
here.
stream turned into a psychological
Unplug
horror?
this part of the mic. Use the button.
beat you to
beat
death.
John's to edit. And I forget that we're on a stream because I have that ring, and then all I hear is a ring.
Yeah. And then
Beat John to, I completely forget we're live streaming the whole time.
And then this is from henceforth you never speak again.
Yes.
And you're like, all your vital signs work,
Good night,
but you're
Laura Martinez.
unresponsive.
This is when she leaves the stream. She's like, all right, this is done.
Yeah. I'm finished. Greg Saw. Oh, thanks, Kevin Shepard.
Yeah.
Greg Saw. One day we'll do Greg Saw too.
Let's see. Greg
Revenge
Saw
of
was
Greg's
great. Thank
dick.
you, bro. You've seen it.
Greg-
Some of our most the sketches that worked our ass. The ones that took the hardest, people haven't seen.
I know.
Endgame was the hardest one to put together
Hmm.
for the we never talk about the sketches. Endgame was the hardest one we put together in terms of one for a trailer reaction. Like Mission Impossible, we did shoot that in like a couple hours.
Yeah.
2 to 3 hours it took to shoot, and it took a while to edit.
That one
But-
was very spatially spread out, but we got a lot of stuff pretty well.
But the Endgame one was like I had to like contact all those fucking people and then coordinate. I had to shoot video to be like, here's how you do it. All right. So it was that was a complicated one. But yeah. God. All right.
Feels like forever ago now.
I know. Now the skits are like yelling at Warren from Cosmic Wonder about Venom or the presidential debate.
Yeah, it's like yelling.
But then the one, I mean, I'm pretty proud of the one I did about Jesus coming to the MCU. That one, I worked my ass off on that.
It was good AF. And a nice foray into the talking to myself format.
Okay.
What's up, Erica? Welcome back, and also thank
Hello.
you for the
Grandma.
cancellation party, guys. I really appreciate you celebrating my overness.
Grant Wilson, glad to have you here, buddy.
Aw, thanks, Eric. I'm glad not to be over. Aw, and also Chase, thank you for the Joker sketch, love.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
John killed it on that Joker makeup.
Oh,
Okay, so here we are. Oh, no, we did this one. We covered it.
Oh,
That's right. We
dude.
made sure to cover it.
Yes.
What time is it? All right. Appreciate everyone who sent in super chats and for the Streamlabs too. But I think we're gonna say at this point we should probably not have any more new ones come in because we would like to wrap up in about hopefully a half hour. But knowing our style, let's see what happens, guys.
See how it goes.
While we got energy, I don't want to just end on a moment where we're like I'm exhausted now. I realized why we're tired. Why we tend to be tired. After hour and a half, 2 hour mark is because other channels that do it, that's usually the first thing they're doing that day or the only thing they're going to be doing that day. We usually do it after a full week
work.
and then a day's work and then go into here.
Yeah, this is
that's-
literally
that's
the
where
end
I
of the week.
That's
Yeah.
what I realized is like, we should kick off Monday mornings, 9 a.m. What's up, guys? Everyone's busy. No one's watching. Oh, shit.
No one's here but us.
So, Sarah Campbell. Give Halloween Town a cabin in the woods vibe. John, take it away.
Halloween
Thank
Town, that's right. I used to love that movie growing up. And if you made it some sort of meta universe that has these overlords that like dictate its rules as to the nature of other horror properties, That could be cool.
That's fun.
You know, I mean, Halloween Town. I guess I would be curious to see how it would lend itself to a movie with as much kind of like hip edgeness as that one has, as Cabin in the Woods has. But yeah, I like it. I'm for it. I'm supportive of this. Also, thank you, Cinema Gorilla. The John Humphrey is Over after party is going to be great.
Matilda into a horror movie, I feel would be easy. You know, I haven't seen Matilda.
Dude, it's a great flick. Danny DeVito directed it.
What's Matilda about?
Matilda is about a young girl with psychic powers, and it's sort of like it's by Roald Dahl, who did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and The Witches and James the Giant Peach and Fantastic Mr. Fox and all those stories. And yeah, I mean, like she's got these psychic powers, and there's this like evil headmistress at the school she goes to who's like really oppressive to the kids, and it's kind of, you know, about them learning to be resilient in the face of that and to break free. Also, Matilda's family is really terrible. It's Roald Dahl writes books that have very like dark things
pinning
in
comment,
the core.
and I was letting John explain the plot of Matilda to kill the time.
Yeah, it's all good. So you know, but yeah,
I was like, all right, cool.
because I feel like Matilda as a horror movie would become like maybe kind of Omen-esque, but with just less Satan. You know.
Yeah, John.
Thanks.
Trust me. I was listening the whole time and was not just trying to give you something to vamp while I was trying to figure out how to unpin and repin it.
Oh, no, you pinned Bill Waters' comment.
I totally absorbed everything you said, and the words you said were the best.
This was important, though, guys. Are we
the plot
gay?
of Matilda.
Are we gay? Comment below.
No, I haven't seen Matilda, Drew.
Dude, it's a great movie. Shouts out to Mara.
I could also name some other movies I haven't seen.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And then tell us the ending, guys.
Next stream, it'll be movies that Greg hasn't seen.
Who's top?
You know, I found...
Of course, Olivia is. We're just face down on the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Dragons. What were you going to say?
I thought of a dope trope again that is very horror movie specific that drives me nuts. And part of me is like, I should save it for the next dope tropes. But the other part of me is like, I don't know when that'll be and I don't want to forget. And this is my side door advertisement for the future Dope Tropes revival episode.
Well, I hope... Why don't you write down a word?
I'm going to write down a word.
That can jog the memory of what that trope is.
All right, I'm
so
writing
hopefully you don't forget it.
Yes. I'm going to write down a confusing code so that only I will know.
Oh, Lennon, since you were the first one to do this comment.
Oh, duty.
I'm going to replace it. You're the only one now who says that who gets to have it.
I have seen the Green Inferno, Matthias Rain. It is kind of disturbing and hard to watch in various ways. There are movies even more disturbing in the same vein, if you would like.
Dragon Soldier is asking.
Ooh.
Hey guys, I hope I'm not too late into the stream. I would love to see a horror version of The Mask, like the original comic.
Boom.
Well, yes, this is one of the first things we talked about during the stream, but just as a refresher, in case some people have shown up here a little bit late, wow, Bill Waters is now going to be hidden. John?
Dude, it is a bitch name, but unfortunately it's the name of so
I don't
many
like what
bitches.
he said about Anissa. He's got to be hidden.
All right.
Hide this user.
I'm going to put you in timeout, my dude. Put your ass in timeout.
So, yeah, we would love to see a version of The Mask. We would think Jim Carrey could come back and make it a full-blown horror comedy where he's gone a little bit. Maybe The Mask has had some. Maybe he's gone crazy and he's lost everything. Cameron Diaz doesn't want to be with him anymore.
Dude,
now she's a prostitute at the Coco Cabana or whatever the fuck she worked.
Yeah.
And then he's like a senile, kooky old man. And then The Mask falls back into his lap again.
Ooh, yeah, and then, you know, he goes on another madcap adventure.
Yes.
I love Kirby.
Stop giving in to the people, John.
I want to please the peeps.
Stop.
Hey,
certain people, they're take advantage of you.
Toy. Matilda
deal,
is
Jeff.
awesome. Everyone dies in it. Oh, no, that's not true. But it is an awesome movie, all right. I'm glad you agree with that.
All right. Thank you, Dragon Soldier. Appreciate that. Mr. Vaju.
Ooh.
What about Bob with horror element? He's already kind of a horror movie. A psychopathic, crazy patient that stalks his doctor and follows him to his vacation home, then murdering everyone. Honestly, that's another one that could just be a slight uptick in a certain tone. Like by the finale, it's kind of creepy. You could do that with What About Bob? That's one that you could, like the way how Cable Guy seemed kind of scary. What About Bob was right on the verge of being that kind of dark vibe.
Yeah.
So you could have done that with there.
Dude, that's What About Bob. Who's next?
Appreciate that, Mr. Vaju.
Mr. Vaju. I love your name. I like to say it. Anissa. Any Disney princess movie where they never get a happy ending, would that be a horror movie or too much reality? Both.
I think, yeah, if you did like Pocahontas, her story, she didn't like leave with Jon Snow. Woman was kidnapped, forced into marriage.
Jon Snow.
John
Smith.
No, John Humphrey.
John Humphrey and Pocahontas.
Motherfucking John. Yeah, so, yeah, I would say that if you did Pocahontas, it'd be way too realistic and disturbing. Little Mermaid. I think you could do Little Mermaid.
It would be tragic and gothic.
You could do Little Mermaid. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, I'm down.
But Pocahontas.
Plus, you could
they said A New World is the realistic version. I'm like, they didn't do a lot of what really happened.
Oh, yeah, it's
pretty brutal.
Realistic by
Then
comparison.
she died a terrible death.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Pocahontas one is probably one of the most misleading ones of them all.
Yep.
'Cause that's historical fiction. That's just not like we're taking from a fictional novel.
And we're making
change
it
some
happier.
stuff.
Yeah. It's like
we're gonna totally make you think this was actually a beautiful story when really this was a horrible, horrible, horrible thing that happened to this one woman.
Yeah, man. That's how history works. That's how we spread the history.
Anissa's not a bitch. Anissa's a gorgeous, beautiful woman.
I concur.
All right.
Ain't no bitches here.
Tariq Allen, La La Land in a Friday the 13th universe. What does that mean?
So you sing City of Stars, but under
But
the
Jason's chasing
by
you?
Crystal
Like, what does
Lake.
that mean? Yeah, I don't understand.
You gotta dance away from Jason.
Like, what is the movie here?
You know, Jason's angry at kids who don't appreciate classic jazz, and so he's just killing a bunch of kids who are playing crappy modern jazz. A bunch of kids come to the campsite over the weekend to have a jazz festival,
Yeah.
and he kills them all.
Well, John, you figured it out.
There we go.
Jerry Garza, appreciate you saying that too.
Aw.
Oh, Racketier's right. Yeah. What about Beauty and the Beast, man?
Aw, thanks for the scary emojis, too.
Look,
I
John,
was
someone was being a dick and they got hidden on this channel permanently.
being a D.
So, John, to tell Anissa, give her what she wants.
John, can I please hear your southern accent to make my day? Also, Greg, I would like to hear yours as well, since I don't think I ever have.
My southern accent sounds a little bit more like this. It'd be like, hey, Anissa, pleasure to have you here on our channel today. You're such an astounding woman. The stars come out of your eyes.
Yeah, they do. Oh,
My
they
lordy,
do.
I'm gonna go masturbate in the woods
Oh.
now.
Bring your banjo with you.
While picking my teeth with the strings.
Yes. I think that is even better.
John's my brother, but
I'd-
for some reason he's the governor of the town, and all I do is clean the bushes at night.
I'm just a lonely landscaper.
Damn.
I'm just a shrub trimmer.
I live in the backwoods while he lives in the nice purty house.
And the only thing I'm qualified to use is these big old pruning shears. This is going to be the real
Appreciate
Rejects
that.
Southern Gothic.
Yeah, a little bit Tiger King.
Dude, Christina wants the Marvel
I sound like the
Zombies
pervert
movie.
guy and the Tiger King.
Yeah, oh yeah, a little bit together. I'm going to never recover from this financially.
Okay, now let's change the pinned comment to something that just wouldn't make sense for any new person jumping in here. Let's go with this one. That way we can just here. You guys will like this new pinned comment.
Yes. These are really
Unless you guys are having a conversation about something really serious that I did not pick up on, then I should probably change that. I just like the idea of people popping in the chat being like, why is this the pinned comment?
out of context pinned comments. Pinned out of context.
And then Christine. Yeah.
Christina.
Or Christina.
Christina.
Oh, wow. I haven't stood all stream and I got a little lightheaded.
I haven't stood all stream.
Marvel Zombies movie. Yes, absolutely. A Marvel Zombies movie is one that we're all dying to see, and I think you could do that on Hulu.
Yes.
At least something like that, you know? I think that would be a perfect one.
Go poke around YouTube, and a guy I know named Scotty Fields made a Marvel Zombies short film where he made all like the practical effects and stuff, and he shot it on his own. So it's a little like
That's how you do your Punisher kills the Marvel universe, is they all become zombies, and the only one left standing is Frank Castle.
yes. Oh, dude, who better to take out a universe of zombies? But then what kind? Like, do the soup zombies have any remnants of their power?
No.
Okay, good. Then this
It's
is
just
Punisher.
him shooting
This is
people in
gonna
the
be
head.
fine. He's going to be all right. I am really happy about this. I want to see it. I want it greenlit. Get Thomas Jane back.
All right, here we go.
I hope the Punisher gets to take advantage of the multiverse so that we can have Thomas Jane and John Bernthal and Ray Stevenson.
So, who's this? Anissa.
Anissa.
Do you all remember the 2000 The Little Vampire? And if so, did you all appreciate it? I feel it's so underappreciated, probably as much as Monster Squad.
I feel like Monster Squad.
I don't remember The Little Vampire that well. I think I've only seen a commercial for it.
I think I've only seen a commercial and the video cover of the box. So I think it's maybe more underwatched or underrated than the Monster Squad. Yeah. Because like 90s kids got it, you know, but you might have missed it like us.
I want to highlight Bill Waters' comment in here on the regular live stream.
Oh, good.
That's saying, wow, y'all are a bunch of chicks. Can't take a joke, huh? Here's what I got to say to that. I would say chicks are probably way stronger at taking an insult over the internet or a mean joke than any guy I know. Do you know what messages women get? What chicks get?
It's not the default setting for us.
I just think that if you're gonna say you guys are behaving like chicks can't take a joke, I'm like, well, I think women probably take jokes way better than guys do.
I think you're simply accusing us of not being able to handle a joke very well, which is a possibility for anyone.
But I would say I wouldn't put chicks in that category.
Also, keep in mind that the written format with absolutely no punctuations doth not carry tonality and intention very well.
And I don't know which one he's referring to, by
I
the
don't
way.
either. I don't know what your joke was.
I don't know who I blocked because of a joke. I don't know what they're talking about.
If you just dropped in your channel sucks as a joke with no punctuations, it's not going to read the way you want
and if you're spamming it, I'm just going to...
I'm just going to assume that you have no goodwill.
Or if you spam in general.
Yeah. Although spam the food, underrated.
The spam is great.
It's delicious.
I haven't had it in years.
Oh, dude.
Peter Pacheco, The Cat in the Hat. Also, Anissa, my girlfriend, and I are going to watch Monster Squad this week. Also, did you watch the 2 links I sent you about 2020?
Oh,
well,
goodness.
did you, John? Did you? Did you? I'm pushing this on you. Did you?
I haven't seen the links.
What the hell, John?
Why
didn't you watch the 2 links, you son of a bitch?
I got a bad.
You were supposed to have watched it.
I am a bad guy.
You're
and I
behaving
did
like a
this
bunch
to
of chicks,
victimize
John.
you. I did this just to victimize you because I don't like you at all. I'm just kidding, Peter. I'm still
resend the links.
I'm gonna watch the
Send
links
it to John's DM.
I'm gonna watch the links.
DM on Twitter and Instagram.
Right
Personal
after
friend
I
request him on
learning
Facebook.
The Portuguese
John
accent.
Handel, he will do
as
it.
soon as I do that, as soon as I learn Portuguese accent, for you.
Yeah.
all for you, Pacheco. That's a Franz Ferdinand. Girls do get it done. Thank you, Raccadillo. Unhide that comment.
All right, here we go. What are you reading, John? What are you reading? Did we figure out?
Right here. Girls do get it done. Show that comment.
Girls do get it done. Hell yeah. The boys.
The boys. We all know what the reference to the boys. Oh,
All right, so what's going
Yeah,
on?
Grace Randolph does get a lot of hate, Cinema Gorilla. That's absolutely true.
But she's more successful than almost everyone that hates her.
Yeah, I
Except
know.
for maybe the filmmakers that have given her crap. But,
But she does have
don't listen to hate.
Once a bitch, always a bitch. You're
I don't
fun.
think that he's talking about us, John.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm reading some of the comments here.
Oh, okay.
Why are you letting that show? That's not about us.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't hide it now. Now you're going to look like a pussy. You're going to look like a bunch of chicks.
In my ever expanding goal to not overthink things, I am going to heed your advice.
Yeah, but just who's he talking about? That's what we got.
I think he's talking about Anissa.
If he's talking about Anissa, then
there's a fight's broken out because
Anissa's not. Anissa is an angel.
Anissa is not a bitch.
Anissa is one of our saviors.
Yeah, man. Did she maybe not understand the joke that nobody understood was a joke?
I believe in a democracy. If Bill is upsetting too many people, no-faced Bill, maybe we just got to get rid of him.
Oh.
Maybe we just got to hide this user on the channel.
Uh-oh.
Because it's kind of fun to just be like, huh. Usually we're just like, hide, he's annoying, and people in the chat. But to call him out and then to ban him from the comments, hey.
Diabolique.
That actually sounds fun.
That does.
You know, I think we're going to do it.
How many likes do we have? As soon as we
What?
when we get to 200 likes.
Just do it. Get rid of him.
All right. Bill Winters, here we go. Where's
the guy's being a fucking cocksucker. Get rid of him.
Sucking D's.
Cocksucker not in a good way.
Bill Waters is gone.
Going after the people in an unfair way? No.
It's mean, Bill Waters. It's mean.
This is how we moderate. We go, guys, a cocksucker. Hide him.
Stop being a dick.
We control it. We can get rid of it if we want. I always find it so funny when people are, because we have people who give us shit sometimes, and we're just like, all right, fine, but sometimes we just let it happen.
Yeah.
I don't get when people are like, fucking called out Tyro or called out Grace on this shit that she said. Did it in a rude, nasty way, and she blocked me. What a bitch. I was like, well, dude, what? You're being fucked up behavior.
Consider for a mere moment, if somebody in a pleasant scenario just came at you with that, would you not be maybe a little redirected?
Bill was the imposter. Got him out of here.
We did it.
Let him go.
Woo! Floating out into hyperspace.
All right.
Maybe he'll buy some angry
birds
cameos from. Yes.
And the Cat in the Hat was scary. Sorry, Peter Pacheco. Didn't honor that enough. Was scary. Yes. That concept in and of itself can be terrifying. And the Mike Myers one was easy to slice him into these like horror fanfic videos, like. But it's Cat in the Hat, something like that was easy to do.
Cat in the It.
Anissa saying, also want to let everyone know it's Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm very proud of where I come from, even if the president wants to kick out all of us, but we are strong. He won't break us.
Dude,
let's not get all about religion, okay?
Yeah.
Let's not talk about.
We're free to worship Trump if we want.
All right.
All right. Separation of church and state, except for when it's Catholicism.
You should be proud, Anissa. Olivia's also Hispanic, so fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Hispanic Heritage Month, baby.
Woo! No, but seriously, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm very happy that we can at least be a tangential part of Hispanic Heritage Month.
Dude, Hispanic Heritage. I've grown up around the Latino people. we grew up in the Valley. You know how many Hispanic friends we've had our whole lives?
Oh, dude. Oh, dude.
Yeah,
full
dude.
integration.
Love the Hispanic people. All Hispanic people are the best.
The best way to build goodwill with any community is just to single them out as an ethnic group and say that you like them.
And also making sure we don't lump Hispanics
I
all
like
to the same
the
category.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Thank you for acknowledging that. What does it say? Boris Karloff?
Kauftron.
Back to the Future, but Marty is more like Biff.
Where you
What does
just
that mean?
Swap out for Biff, and then so it's Back to the Future 2. Kind of.
Okay.
Except it would be worse if Biff actually just got.
I
the
mean, if you wanted
DeLorean.
to make Back to the Future a horror movie, just have him go all the way with his mom. Like he's tempted by it, and he's like, man, fucking my mom from 20 years ago looks so different and hot. I'm attracted to her. Now I'm realizing my girlfriend Jennifer kind of looks like her. Shit, I've always been attracted to my mom. Should I do this? I think I'm going to do it. And then the twist ending is Marty McFly the whole time was his own dad. It was never George McFly.
It was never about pushing George McFly to. Oh wow!
Think about that.
Wow.
And we can't
Todd's-
take but we can't take a joke.
That should be directed by Todd Salons.
It would work.
That would be a Todd.
Tell me you wouldn't
Salons.
watch that Back to the Future movie.
Hey, back to back from Kauf.
Hey.
Hey.
For some reason,
We're all
it's-
shouting out Hispanics.
I don't know. Michael B's comment said girlfriend is Hispanic, and with the emoji, and I had a choice to show or hide this comment.
Maybe
We must have blocked the keyword Hispanic down the road only when a white guy says it.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe YouTube
Hispanics
assumes
showed up in this chat the whole time.
if a white guy is using any racial terminology, that could be
Oh my
questionable.
God,
That could be
we might not
questionable.
be good here. New community guidelines infused here.
Oh boy.
Coftron's also saying Tarzan thoughts.
Oh yeah. If you just made him, instead of him being like, oh, a man who's raised.
Oh, I'm Tarzan. I
Hey,
live out with the apes, man. I'm
George
part
of
of the
Jungle
apes.
Tarzan. Well, isn't the original? I feel like this is another one where the original story is much darker anyway. But yeah, if you just had him come up really as like just a deranged feral creature man.
What you do is you throw Tarzan into therapy. That's what you pull him out of the jungle, throw him into therapy, and then he overtakes London.
He overtakes London. He just climbs up a building and
Is it cultural appropriation if you're white and dating a Hispanic? Yes, 100%.
No.
Mark my words.
Yes, it is absolutely.
And then
Like is
did we
only
get
allowed
to
to
the top
date
of here?
like.
How to Train Your Chase Gardner. How to
CG.
Train Your Dragon live action horror. Game of Thrones is what it's called.
Game of Thrones.
Bye, Richard Bentley. See ya, buddy.
Dude, it's the Game of Thrones prequel right there. It's gonna be the Targaryen show.
But yeah, love who you love, man.
Yeah.
Just love who you love.
Love everyone, but especially who you love.
I saw a great video going around about Heath Ledger talking about homosexuality, promoting Brokeback Mountain. It was beautiful. Watch it. Anyway, How to Train Your Dragon live action horror. Just you could do literally that, but just change the tones around and then bam, there you go.
Yeah, I mean they are pretty scary. He loses a leg, like the dragons, they could burn people up and stuff.
He's impotent. He's impotent. What? You were responding.
He's impotent.
So I thought I'd just repeat that.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Where's Anissa? She
Who's
in the chat?
impotent? Who's impotent?
I don't know.
We got to find out.
I was saying fucking the
How to Train Your Dragon?
How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh no.
It's Toothless.
Oh, Toothless.
No,
yeah,
no,
kinda.
the fucking guy. What's the guy's name? Harry? Jay Bear's. Jay Bear's character.
Oh, Hiccup.
Hiccup.
Hiccup. There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
All right, let me make sure we're all caught up here.
Let's make sure. We got a cup. We got, I think, maybe one more in the. No. We got one or two in the stream lab.
This is the last one of the super chats. Thank you so much,
you.
everyone today.
Thank you.
Good night, Legan.
Good night.
Love you, buddy.
No,
All right.
dude, it's all good. It's all good. You handled that situation well because clearly it became clear you weren't a hater very fast. So thank you.
Deontay, my friend.
Tongue punch fart box.
Where's Anissa? Someone find me Anissa. I'm gonna check
Deontay.
my messages here.
Deontay Wimbish.
Oh, Anissa. I blocked. Yeah, no, I got her. Okay, I sent her a message.
Oh, is she okay?
Yeah, I got it. I got it, guys. Don't worry. All right. I feel like if you change the rating on holes, it becomes a thriller. I think you can make Finding Nemo a horror too, but not sure how. Well, what you do is I think what you do
Nemo gets picked up at a fish restaurant.
If you get rid of Marlin, if he dies, and then you get it's Dory having to find Nemo and having to work with that amnesia element, then it can be very scary. And then you can watch like the other more vicious animals in the water have some brutal kills.
Oh, dude, way more anglerfish, yeah.
And Holes, yes, in its DNA is a thriller.
Stanley Yelnats.
And so is Passion of the Christ to a certain extent. I wonder if you make fun of Passion of the Christ, is that making fun of Christ or is that just making fun of the movie?
Oh.
What's the mantle?
Yes. It's both.
You get Toy Story, I get Mel Gibson related topics to go on side tangents here.
Those are our two topics.
Yeah.
Any real rejects like a Easter egg guide will feature those.
You could have human deaths in the Finding Nemo horror version too, you know?
Oh, Bill's back. Bill's back
How?
as Bob. Is Bill back as Bob? Is Bob Waters Bill? Is Bill Waters Bob Waters?
Oh, this guy doesn't have much of a life right now.
Oh,
That's too
goodness.
bad.
I don't know.
That's too bad. These people who do nothing with their lives.
Nothing with their lives
But
but cause hatred to spread.
You know, they're happy in their personal lives.
to spread.
All right, there we go. And what's going on here?
What isn't going on here?
And oh my God, John, you said it. I forgot to mention. I'm so sorry, John. Where'd it go? Right there.
The streams.
There it is. All right.
The Streamlabs.
Is this refreshed?
Yes. Refresh it one more.
All right,
time.
the last few. Here we go.
No, refresh it once more. Actually, sorry about that.
Sure.
Got the live right there. Just making sure everything's cool over there. Now, whenever a silence passes, I'm like, oh goodness,
Yeah.
I need to be filling it. I need to be filling the silence.
Anissa, everyone's got your back. That's the
Got your
thing.
back. Got
Everyone's
your
got her back.
Got your back. Okay, yeah. Boot that guy too.
Worked, right?
I
Yeah.
think so, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So
You mess with Spider-Man, you mess with New York.
So calm right now. So quiet.
I know.
All right.
Things breaking out in the chat just brings the mood to a nooch.
All right, here we
Roll.
go. Eric Horseman, another crazy one. Thank you, buddy.
Pretty woman.
Pretty woman killer hooker takes revenge on all the shop biatches who wouldn't assist her and treat her like trash, and then marries Richard Gere and goes all Black Widow on him, and she gets all his money.
I like it a lot.
That's a great one.
I want it.
That's a great, and especially if you make Richard Gere kind of fucked up.
Yeah. He's like a
fucked up
Christian
guy
Grey
who's
type.
like, he's like controlling.
Yeah, and he's really manipulative and gaslighty.
Once a hooker, always a hooker. Yes. It's just like just fucked up shit.
Just
Then
like
bam,
really
she gets her
misogynist.
revenge. Or gender flip it.
It's a male gigolo.
It's a male gigolo. Poor male gigolo on the streets. Whoring himself out.
Selling his body.
Why is that funny for some reason?
I don't know.
I've never seen a male prostitute, and for some reason, that's the fucked up part. It's because we're like, that version sounds funny.
Yeah.
But
Well-
with a woman, you're like, yeah.
Well, I think there's something. It's interesting because I think that just the female prostitute is a much more visible icon, whereas, like, I'm sure there's got to be a lot of male gigolos out there, and the procedure is probably different. Like, there are spots around LA where you can see people out trying to pick up tricks, and I haven't ever recognized dudes in that scenario, so I
Yeah.
guess that's where that comes from. But it would be the same thing.
Oh man, Pretty Woman killer hooker takes on. That's a great one. Thank you, Eric.
Killer hooker needs to be a genre
I appreciate that.
unto itself. Cinema.
Well, I can't give it away. There's a book coming out, a wife to someone who we know who might fulfill that wish, already written and getting published. And hopefully we'll get adapted in a minute. Cinema Gorilla, what's up, buddy? Tron but Cube. Enough said. Tron but Cube. Look, I'm not going to repeat myself. It's Tron but Cube. John is obsessed with Cube. He's
That's
happy
right.
to have this back in the chat.
Right.
No, I love that Cube for some reason.
Well, because Cube lends itself to a lot of things. Tron but Cube. Well, because the thing about this, though, is that Tron but Cube, Yeah, you've said it right there. It would just be Cube at that point with maybe some slightly different aesthetic choices, and maybe you would have to access the Cube via video game.
Yeah.
But so yes, I'm down.
No, of course we're still
Look
gay.
at all these Waters popping up. Thank you, Waters. We are still gay. All right.
Eric Horseman, another one. Okay, so we got 2 more that we're going to go to the stream.
Oh, dude, yes, a juggalo. Pretty woman, but with a juggalo.
Eric Horseman is saying, "Good night, Chase Gardner."
Good night, Chase.
E.T. the extraterrestrial, when he says, "Ouch," it's because he blew up Elliot's mom's head. I said mom's head with his red left finger, like on the boys. I love it.
Eh?
Thanks, Eric. You have contributed to the horror remake of E.T. I appreciate that, dude.
Dude, and it's just waiting to happen. It's waiting to happen.
Let's see here. Con Air, Nerf Mac. Thank you, Eric. Con Air, Broken Arrow, Silver Linings Playbook. He's saying all 3. That's fucking Cameron French.
Booby.
Con Air, Broken Arrow, Silver Linings Playbook
Booby.
could all be done with horror.
Mm.
Oh yeah, Con Air, man. That's like a quarantine fucking
With
contained
prisoners.
horror scary situation waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Broken Arrow, I'm not sure how you do that. Silver Linings Playbook, I can see that.
Mm.
Especially if you deal with like really going into those mental illness horror movies.
Everyone in the family is in a deep psychosis of a different variety.
I'd love to see an actual pitch on that. Those are actually, Connor's the only one I could see a proper one to do it. Broken Arrow and Silver Linings Playbook. I feel like you have to get really creative to really figure that one out.
Yeah. Oh, good night, Peter Pacheco.
Good night, Peter Pacheco.
Yeah, and also I've seen a few people say Spawn, but have it be like a legit actual horror movie.
But thank you, Nerf Mac, for that. Gonna just
Yeah.
make sure. Thank you guys for everyone who contributed.
Gonna double check.
We are done for the night on that, but let's just stay in the stream for a little bit while. Let's talk.
Thanks.
Let's just chat, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Just chat
Show
for a couple
especially
more minutes.
show some love to your neighbor. Show some love to Anissa. Show some love
Dude,
for
Anissa,
horror.
everyone's got your back. All right,
Dude.
we're reading the comments in real time now, and not just darting and looking around. Gamer of the year. I want Spawn to be a horror movie, but guys, maybe Spawn horror movie is going to be fun to watch. Spawn is being done by Blumhouse. They are going to make sure that it is a horror movie.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be spookums.
You're going to get what you want.
Yeah. You're gonna love it.
You're
It's
gonna
gonna be
love it.
great.
It'll be great.
It's gonna be the best.
Young Trip, I'm surprised no one said this until now. Transformers, but it was like a sci-fi horror epic, but about Transformers battling throughout the city and trying to escape Decepticons like Sam ran from Megatron in the first film. Yes, a Transformers horror movie seemed like it was gonna kind of have some of that touch, but they are terrifying.
Yeah.
And it should be that way. Like they're annoying films to watch, but if you were able to double down on like a horror film, it could work, man.
Dude, and the thing is, every time I've watched a Transformers movie, I'm like, yeah, they don't capitalize on the horror of this, but if every time I imagine if this just was happening in L.A. or something, or New York for reals, that would be the most scary thing.
Yes.
Giant autonomous robots just knocking stuff down, like that would be horrifying.
Brother Bear's a horror sounds great. Chelsea Brown saying Disney's Frozen horror movie. I was thinking that Elsa as evil witch and conquer the kingdom. Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
I want it. I think Frozen 3 should be about them giving up on all this love they've built.
Yeah.
And then just, or something goes wrong. Elsa creates an unholy snow thing.
Guys, if you know Anissa Oliva, give her some love.
Give her some love.
There's got to be a way for some of them to get back their darker original Disney stories and make them as movies. I do agree with that, Abby.
Dude, I agree as well.
I don't know why we're so afraid to touch that terrain. Like, how much power does Disney really have over them? I mean, I feel like sometimes they try. Beauty and the Beast seems to be one. That's the sad part about Beauty and the Beast, because Beauty and the Beast was a horror. It was already like a horror movie.
Yeah.
And then Disney did it. And then suddenly you just can't touch Beauty and the Beast now. You just can't make your own horror live action version of this now.
Good night,
'Cause, like,
Pedro
Disney
Jose.
has like swept over that image, and now it's associated as only a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Because there was already a Beauty and the Beast movie before the animated movie.
Yeah. Well, in a few years, I was actually curious about it because a few years back, Christophe Gans, who's the director of the Silent Hill movie, made a Beauty and the Beast movie that, at very least, it was live action and it had effects and stuff. I don't know how it turned out ultimately, but it looked at least like it was not going to be the Disney movie.
Yeah.
And so I'd be curious to see it. But yeah, it seems weird to live in a world where we haven't yet had like a properly scary or gritty Beauty and the Beast. And yet we've had all these ones where they've done the tail, but it's like a guy with a cool tattoo.
Yeah.
And he thinks that makes him a beast. We've done, Gay Humphrey. Someone's spamming us with that. You just deleted it. Oh, damn. I thought
you have to acknowledge him.
No, but by acknowledging it, you take away the power.
Not really sometimes.
Oh, fair enough.
Sometimes I think it gives more power.
That's fair. You give them attention. That's what they
Honestly,
want.
John, I forgot what we were talking about in the last 10 seconds. So my mind drifted off into another comment, and I was just saying words.
Deontay said Pinocchio, and I think that would be perfect.
Didn't they they just did a Pinocchio trailer? I saw something pop up in my feed for a Pinocchio movie. It looked like a horror movie.
You probably, yeah. There's probably someone's beating me to my awareness punch. So Deontay, congratulations. Although there is that Pinocchio movie that Roberto Benigni tried to make, which I've heard is just scary because of how bad it is. Ha 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 ha.
Game of the Year, want Godzilla to be a horror movie again? The first Gareth Evans ones actually try to be scary.
Yeah, I thought so. I like that movie.
I think the thing with the Gareth Evans one that went wrong is
with Godzilla.
I think the reason what took some of the fear out is that he's going to be versing. My God.
Kong, yeah.
No,
Mothra. Or no.
What's your fucking the names?
Ghidorah and Mothra.
In the first one.
Oh, the Mutos?
Mutos, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
the Muto.
Okay.
Whereas in the original Godzilla, he's just attacking the city.
Yeah.
And it would be interesting if they could pull that off again. They wouldn't do that. They had to get their cinematic universe.
Yeah. I don't know. I would love to have a scary Godzilla movie again, though, that is like actually scary.
Anissa, if you're not getting some hate from someone, that means you're doing something wrong.
That's right.
Or some shit like that. You can't keep climbing the mountain. The higher the mountain you climb, the more arrows that are on your back.
Yeah, because
trust me, we see it all the time. I see hate about us on videos. That's the weird one. When you see hate about you on a video where you're like, I'm not even in this video.
Just somebody who was like, I gotta get this in here.
Come and get here.
Yes.
That's happened to me the other day.
No.
It's like, what the fuck?
Why?
Yeah, Darth Yoda. I mean, Rosie, of course you can get a shout out on it. And Gene, we must acknowledge Gene's really quick.
Oh, and
we're
Rosie.
not doing any more super chats, but we just happen to get one more, so I want to make sure we acknowledge him because he is the Gene Jeter-ness of them all.
And
where to go?
And Rosie, for your birthday, of course we will give you a special.
I know.
Live
I said we
stream
would.
shout-out. Oh, sorry.
You're not listening, John.
I was so listening.
Gene, I lost the
Gene,
I lost the window, Gene. I'm
Gene,
sorry.
It's okay. We can get it back.
It's okay. Gene Jeter saying E.T. We talked about E.T. so much on this. Appreciate it, Gene. We talked many. Okay, let's recap the stream so far. A lot of Robin Williams, a lot of Home Alone, a lot of Toy Story podcasting, and a lot of E.T. surprisingly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's been today's theme.
E.T. has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And it's about time that he's taken a task.
Lennon, had to see you. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up for today. But this was fun.
It was.
Now let's do a long goodbye to everyone's names who pop up in real time. Really quick, I want to thank everyone who contributed in the stream. The ones who defend people here, I really appreciate that. We don't care if that how big the viewership gets on these kind of things. We only care about those who are actually here right now. We want to just keep it positive. So thank you guys. And Gene, dude, it's totally okay. Love you, man.
Any time to see you is a good time to see you.
I just really appreciate all the love. Appreciate everyone who contributed through Streamlabs and Super Chats here because it does really all go towards the channel. Really it means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so what I want to say is say bye to everyone in real time here. Rackadio, goodbye. Eric Tuesday, Toy.
Oh, Miles Parkinson.
John, we just got to read them
Miles
together
Parkinson,
at the same time,
goodbye.
buddy.
Kevin
SL7,
Shepard, happy birthday.
Young Trip.
Zoidberger.
Glenn Oliva,
Cinema Gorilla,
Gene
Chelsea
Cheater,
Brown,
Tim
Tim
Shepard,
Neal,
Miles
Alan
Parkinson,
Smithy,
Matthew Rand, Chelsea Brown,
Yandra
Alistair Campbell,
Srinivas,
Bye, Mimi
Lennon.
M.
You got
Anissa,
that
I
one.
love you. Yandra, Matthias.
Oh, I know what I'll do. Eric
Rakadia.
and
Well, you'll do what?
I'll read this one from
They're
the other
same,
side.
They're the same one.
Oh,
the same one.
But this
Cinema
one's way
Gorilla,
further back.
Eric Horseman, Carissa Ludden, Movie Talk.
SL7,
Darth
SJ94,
Yoda, Rosie,
Darth
Happy
Yoda,
early birthday
Deontay
for now.
Wimbish,
Pat Cat,
Yandra,
Alan Smithy, Young Trip, Yandra, Zoidberg, Death Star Kitty,
Oh, goodness gracious, Mind Poisoner 3006.
Bradley Bledsoe,
Oh, Mimi
Daniel
M, Game of the
Conrad.
Year. Jeremy Kelly,
Judas.
Judas Thundersteel.
All right, guys.
All you people.
Thank you so much, Damien,
Can't you see,
Deontay,
can't you
Yandra,
see?
Ashley, hey Kevin.
Peace be with
Good
you.
night. We will
Love,
adopt you one of these days.
blessings.
We are ending this.
Spread the kindness,
stream.
spread the joy. Go listen to some Living Tombstone.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Oh, thank God that stream's done.
I'm very happy to be rid of those people.
Very happy the stream's over.
All those people I hate to talk
Just hit
to.
end stream's good.
God. I feel a lot more comfortable now
That
that you hit the
Waters
end stream
guy
button.
Can suck a dick.
That Waters guy
in a bad way.
is
like a dick
is
he
not
doesn't
a
wanna
friendly
suck.
guy.
Because Anissa's the best.
Anissa is cool.
I don't know why you're talking into your mic when the stream's done, John.
You know,
but,
I just-
but if it makes you more comfortable,
Oh.
sure. I mean, we're supposed to be talking to each other
Of
as
course,
if the
you know.
stream's done, but the stream's really
It
not
is done. I'm just in this
That's
posture.
the whole point.
And I'm so used to
And I
being in this
wanted to
posture
say
since
that
we finished.
Anissa
That I
is
just
the
wasn't.
best.
You know how when you like
And
finish a
that Waters
meditation and they tell you to
guy is
take a
fucking
minute before you
loser, and
move just to
everyone loves
reflect
Anissa. She's the
on
best.
your position and how you're
But, yeah.
feeling. That's
Oh,
what I
shit.
did.
The stream's still
What?
on.
The stream's still on.
Oh, let's really hit it.
Oh,
end
let me
now.
get this by my mouth really quick.
Oh, what?
Oh, how